Texas Hold'em, even Baccarat, all eligible for the Progressive. Brand new players who sign up for their player rewards get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino, where the stakes are high and the rewards are massive.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Get a taste of that winning feeling before the buzzer sounds with ESPN Bet's early victory promo. Simply place a pregame moneyline bet on any NBA playoff game, and if the team you bet goes up by 20 or more points at any point in the game, your bet will get paid out early. Available throughout the NBA playoffs at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Yogi Berra's birthday, huh? 318.
Come
in
on.
the Southland. Here we go, Monday afternoon.
Cappy!
Sedano and Kap, let's go.
Bee-ba-da-bop. Bee-ba-da-bop. An extra camera? Boom, ba-da-bop.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, it's for Christopher.
Yeah.
Boom, ba. Notice a little wider. That one's the iPad.
What are you doing? Wow. I've lost 100 pounds.
You still can lose some more.
First the haircut and now this?
I like the haircut.
Why are you coming after me today?
Well, because everybody always assumes I'm coming after Cap.
Right. It's nice that
It's just a little change up.
Right.
I
nice
almost
to
died
cut
and
me
you're
a
coming
break.
after
Well,
me?
but you almost died a long time ago now.
No,
Yeah,
not
but
really.
he doesn't stop talking about it.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, I try to be like a good pitcher. I can't just throw heat all the time.
Well,
Sometimes
Cappy's a good catcher.
Sometimes I got to pull the string and throw the changeup. Hello. Now, listen, I will say this. I tuned in for 5 minutes while I was on the road.
On Saturday.
And outside of some minor audio issues occasionally, I thought, first of all, the view of this thing was incredible.
Yep.
It felt like I was watching a video game where you guys were in the corner,
Yeah.
the three of you, and then I had the whole look of the umpire. I wish the umpire would have bent down a little more.
We should have told him, hey, Blue.
Yeah,
down a little
or
bit.
at least step to the side a little
Hey,
bit.
Blue.
Yeah,
Move over a little.
Right, so I could see the batter and the pitcher a little better. I saw the batter perfectly. The pitcher I didn't always see perfectly. Sometimes he'd bend down, but the view of it, whoever designed the view of it,
Oh, it's beautiful. Carlos Saisu and our whole entire
Great
digital
job.
team.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Carlo
what
and Parker did an incredible job.
They did do an incredible job because out at Santa Fe Springs, they have one of the most beautiful Little League complexes you're ever going to
really
see.
nice.
Wake Center Athletic Park.
The fact that the infield has grass that could be at Dodger Stadium,
yeah.
it's that good.
Wow.
But what you don't realize is sometimes the behind the scenes of it all, you don't realize what's going on to bring a broadcast to air.
Right.
And all of a sudden, we're like an hour away from going on the air, and we realize we've got ourselves a big problem here.
Right.
And
No
Cappy
internet.
was trying to help as much, but his son Justin came too. And this kid, Justin, I like Justin a lot, but he's got a lot of stuff to say about Sedano. And I'm torn because I love Cappy, but I love Sedano. And in that moment, I got to kind of be like, well, Justin, let's scale it back. Because we know he slides in my DMs under that burner account.
Yeah,
Just ripping Sedano.
Chris kept hitting him up with the burner account.
And then he got mad.
And the kid was like looking at him like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then Chris is doing all of his off-color comedy.
Because I had a week off.
Right.
Because of the bronchitis. So, I had a lot of, when I saw Cappy, I was like, I got to get it out of my system.
He had all this off-color
We can't be doing
comedy.
Schwann's bits during a Little League game.
Well, but before the Little League game, there were plenty of Schwann's bits going on. And like my son is like sitting there going, is he really saying this stuff like out loud where people can hear him? I'm like, oh, yep, he is. He's saying it. All right. But, George, you don't get what was going on. An hour before game time, we're like, we're not getting on the air. 30 minutes before game time, it's like, we're not getting on there. Finally, I go like this. I go, let me go see, like as if I know anything.
Cappy wanted to go to the rack room.
As if I know anything.
You went to the rack room?
We went to the rack room.
I need to go see the rack, right? So I wanted to go see the Santa Fe Springs rack.
Right.
So and Chris goes like this. He goes, do you know what you're doing? I go, no. He goes, well, then hurry up and get in there and figure it out, right? So I go in.
I can imagine. You must have been furious.
Oh, I
took it out on the city council all day.
He was on fire, but I knew, George, I had to remain calm. I couldn't match his neuroses with my own.
Correct.
Neuroses.
So I remained calm.
It's an excellent word.
And I've also
accurate.
I will just say this. I have been in a lot of broadcasts that look like they're not going to make it to the air until 30 seconds before you're ready to go on the air.
Yeah.
And so I go back to the rack room there at the Santa Fe Springs Park. And the engineer is sitting there and he's explaining it all to me. And then I finally come to the realization, I understand, okay, the problem is not here in the rack room. What they've done is they've taken the rack room, they've run hardline cables all the way to our broadcast, but it's not the rack room. It's wherever they are in whatever other part of the city they're in. Somebody did something and it screwed the whole thing up.
Right.
So now we all get together. We got a huddle, right?
Yeah.
You got Chris, Carlo, Parker, myself, a couple other people, and we're all like in a huddle. And I'm like, okay, listen, here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And Carlo was like, yes, we can do that. And Chris was like, yes, let's do that. And everybody started to go, yeah, we can do this. We can actually do this.
Let's do it.
And so the reason you saw the umpires ask the entire time and didn't see the pitcher so much is because we actually went from like a 10-camera shoot.
Yeah.
This was going to be like the Super Bowl.
Right.
Okay. And we had to narrow it down to a smaller shoot to create more bandwidth.
Right.
DeAndre knows what that's about. He's been on that team before.
Oh, yeah. So, but everybody.
It still looked good.
It looked great.
Yeah.
But the play of the day, this is on Saturday. So here's Travis, and Travis is like, oh, no. I got Morales and Kaplan. They're going to be double dump trucking me.
Yeah.
I came to call a Little League game, and now they're bringing in city council person after city council person, and I'm just having a grand old time
And some
with
of these
folks.
city council people, they were bringing fire. They were like, they wanted to party with us after.
Right.
You get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
George?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean?
They wanted to bring the heat.
Especially Joe Angel. Joe Angel wanted to hang out.
Joe Angel, like the former Baltimore Orioles play-by-play guy?
Exactly. And this guy, Joe Angel, one of the former city council people, one of the former
Joe
mayors.
Angel, dude. The guy was a legend.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're bringing in all these city council people, and Chris and I are just having our way with them like, hey, how many times you been the mayor? You know, what'd you get done?
And I'm like, you guys know the internet doesn't work, right?
So then Chris
And then I would tell them, you guys know I almost died?
So Chris
and that's
would hit
going to
him.
throw every city council.
Yeah.
He would hit him over the head with the internet's not working. And they kept saying, when are you coming back? And Chris would say, when the internet works.
Wow.
You know, they just wanted us back over and over again.
Yeah.
So they loved us out there.
You
What
see
can
the
I tell you?
T-shirt behind Cappy, I love Santa Fe Springs.
Oh, yeah, I got mine.
With the baseball heart.
I see it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
like
mine in
it.
my car. I was going to wear it today.
But it looked cool.
It looked cool.
I didn't know anything that happened until I text you guys.
That's what's so amazing.
Yeah.
Is that how we pulled it off without anybody knowing how close we were to not making it. But Chris was like, hey, look.
Were you surprised I watched for a few minutes?
I was.
Yeah.
Because
Nice
you were
of
getting
you.
ready for ABC, Mother's Day on ABC. Not
Yeah.
E1 or
E1.
E2.
Not E1.
Not E1.
From
Cappy
ABC
learned.
Mother's Day.
I loved Lindsay's line about Cappy needs a flow chart.
He needs a
yeah,
flow chart.
I do. Of all the different channels. I do. It'd be great. But
Well, you asked why I didn't ask Shay about his aura, and it's like ABC, bro.
That's ABC Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Thank you for letting me share in your aura. More casuals.
Yeah.
Like aura with Shay. Like on ESPN, people know that.
You get what
on
I'm saying.
ABC, probably not.
You know, is that really the reason?
You got to know the audience.
Really, I was
KYP.
thinking. Okay, well, I was thinking.
Know your personnel.
I was thinking that it's Mother's Day, so if you get to the end,
We did
of
a
the
lot of good
interview-
Mother's Day stuff.
Right,
though.
you get to the end of the interview, you get a little Mother's Day.
We did a
love.
Mother's Day thing at the
Right,
end.
very nice.
All
Well,
the
that's what I'm
guys
saying.
said stuff. Yeah.
But you know the whole aura thing.
Well, we couldn't do aura because again, it's ABC, and also I've already done it. It's kind of that's it. It's
Yeah,
it
what's
already
next? What's hip?
Good
What's
question.
next?
I don't know. So it wasn't because you
That
got
was at
ripped
the end
all
of
over
my email.
social media.
Did you
happened.
notice
I don't
that?
care.
You don't care.
What
Screw
do I
these
care?
people. Screw these people.
I don't care.
Screw them.
They all wish they could have asked him about his aura that day.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that, people?
Yeah.
Everybody that ripped Sedano for the aura comment?
Yeah.
You wish you could ask SGA about his aura.
Yeah. Oh.
The play of the day,
Exactly.
though. One last thing. The play of the day.
Play of the day.
It's been blasted
Stephanie's
all over.
nephew.
It's unbelievable. Me
The
and
great
Chris,
Easton Esparza.
Me and Chris are sitting there. We're watching. Travis sees the ball go hit up in the air. We think it's a foul ball. We have a tent over us. So we can't
Right.
really see where the ball is. And in the 1/1 millionth of a second, from the time the ball actually appeared in our field of vision, and the kid just snags that ball, it was the most.
That's awesome.
It was the most ridiculous, spectacular. And I saw people.
Did you guys blow it out when it happened?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we went crazy.
Do we have the
Good.
play-by-play?
We do.
Oh,
All right, let's hear it. And this is Joe
I hear
Angel,
you,
by
man.
the way.
Reyes delivers. Oh, popped up behind home plate. Oh, what a catch!
Did you see that?
What a catch by the catcher!
No, he didn't even look.
Unbelievable play by Easton Esparza. Foul pop behind home plate makes a beautiful catch.
I can't believe this catch.
Never moved. Didn't know where the ball was
I love
at.
it.
Wait till you see it right here. We're watching.
And now I'm
now.
showing Joe Angel the replay.
Terrific.
Watch
What
the
a
catcher right
catch
now. Watch
by
Wow.
Esparza.
No, he never even looked.
That was unreal.
And we were so excited that somebody had put the bat on the ball because it had been, the pitchers were having a real struggle.
good day.
No, they were having a rough day. They were walking guys. And there was
I see.
lots of
Well,
guys on
I
base.
did see a couple walks early on, yeah.
So what a catch by that little man right there.
All right, excellent stuff.
Shout out to that little rascal.
Easton Esparza is his name.
Easton Esparza, great job.
And Jason Esparza, his dad, is who won the auction for
was so
Children's
cool.
Hospital Los Angeles. Jason Esparza of Whittier. We went out to the city, and we're going to do more of these, by the way. This is just the beginning.
Oh, I love
Well,
it.
I've had can I tell people what we were discussed last year that I wanted to do, or do you want to just table that?
Go ahead.
Table that. No,
go
don't
ahead. Tell
give it
people
away.
next. Why don't you
don't
tell
give it
people
away,
next?
though. But don't give it away.
Don't give it away because you think someone else will try to do it.
Correct.
Maybe.
And I think it's
Especially
still a
with
great
Mason
idea.
Iron.
Anyway,
if Mason Iron go across the street, they're going to take our ideas with us.
So last year, let's just leave it at this. I had what I thought was a really cool idea.
I will second that.
That's because you were going to be involved.
Well, no, I thought it was a really great idea. Even if I wasn't involved, I'd be like, wow, that's a freaking smart idea.
But I thought it was going to be a really cool idea, and it was going to be something we could do multiple times a year.
Yes.
And every year.
We may still do your
in the
idea.
community, and it would involve live sports, but not professional live sports or college sports.
We may still do it, by the way.
It would
It's
be
not
awesome.
a no. It's just a lot of manpower.
Right.
Because we had a big staff.
But I
We
feel
had
like
huge
this was
staff.
a good test run for that.
Yeah, it was
no,
great.
No, it was.
Yeah.
That's not a Tommy and I were texting about it Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand. We had so many people out there that Chris and I were looking at each other and we're like, hey, look, we got to find an answer to get us on live because not only have we promoted that we're going to be on live all week, we have enough people to feel the starting offense in football.
Yeah.
Well, not
Christopher, I just saw the PGA Championships this weekend in Charlotte. You're not locked in on that?
I'm not as locked in. It depends on how the Masters goes.
Yeah.
And it was great, but
the Masters was great.
It was great.
But
Rory.
But
I'm not looking for Rory to win the PGA, so I'm not that as invested.
Oh, I see.
I used to get invested because of the possible back-to-back back in the day. But way back when the PGA was at the end.
Yeah, because Scheffler is probably going to win this.
Yeah. I don't
Scotty
like
Scheff.
I don't like where they moved the PGA. It throws me off. I liked Masters,
You like
couple down months, and then U.S. Open. Mm-hmm. Now they jammed the PGA in there on me.
It's on ESPN beginning Thursday.
Oh, so maybe I should have said I love the PGA. I can't wait to win. Is it on E1?
It is.
it's on E1.
Oh,
okay, not EN.
Yeah. And I believe ABC on the weekend.
News?
Maybe.
Is news still, what do they run on?
ESPN News.
Like
It's like
30
a lot of
for 30.
reruns of shows.
How about
like
E+?
the-
E+?
Well, E Plus is huge.
Linz, can I get that flow
first of all,
chart,
if you go to
please?
ESPN, if you love golf, seriously, you should go to ESPN Plus because it's got every hole.
Yeah,
like
that's
they
a great
legit
thing.
have every hole
Yeah.
coverage.
I'm going to
Yeah.
need that flow chart.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next,
Tell us.
Cappy.
Yeah.
Today's a big day in the NBA. And I know people are like, oh, yeah, the draft lottery. We'll see where Cooper Flagg goes. It's more than that.
Okay.
There is a big domino that could fall today.
You're saying a big domino.
Correct.
Domino, mother effer. Go
Exactly. But first, let me tell you about my home away from home. I was there last night, Cappy, on my return flight from Denver last night.
Okay, tell me more.
LAX, where changes are arriving daily. The People Mover trains, man, they're rolling in early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses for you locals. You don't need a car. Economy parking if you do want to bring your car. And the Kiss and Fly Lot, Cappy's favorite, all in 10 minutes or less. And they will depart every 2 minutes once they open early next year in early 2026. For more information on all of the changes going on at LAX, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Take me up and never put me down. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood, carpet, and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hey guys, you feel it? Days are getting longer, sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is right around the corner. Here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams. One thing really all ties it together, and that's enjoying it all with good friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text STAPLE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text STAPLE to 321-321. That's STAPLE to 321-321.
Hello.
334 in the South Park. What? It's
Why are
true.
you laughing? I just think about what the next step is going to be.
Well, the next step, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Much like Lionel's.
Oh, I love this
Singing
song.
about it right now.
You like it?
Today is also International Nurses Day, and I got to thank a lot of nurses that kept me
I'm
alive.
sure you do.
Can you hurry this up? Because I want to hear what Stephen A. and Richard are
On
talking
this
about.
day in 19
Just
I'm
based
hurrying.
on their faces.
On this day in 1984, the #1 hit, Lionel Richie, Hello. Let's pot it up then.
Let me hear what they're talking about. Because Richard's face is hilarious.
Oh, see, you cut me off, and we weren't even ready to go, Sinatra.
Where's Stephen A?
This TV isn't on ESPN. We have
I
to
was
switch
doing
it
a whole
over,
walk-up, and then you rushed me.
Forget it. It's over. The moment's passed.
Also, happy birthday. He's turned 63.
But
Emilio,
Richard had a funny face, right? So I was wondering
Emilio
what Stephen A.
Estevez.
was saying.
Emilio Estevez.
Mighty Ducks.
Happy birthday, Emilio.
And Martin Sheen's son.
That's right.
Right. And he kept the Estevez name.
Yeah. We got the TV ready?
I mean, it's too late now. That's it. It's over. The moment has passed.
You know, Malika is talking to both Richard and Stephen A. Do you think I should contact Malika about joining my horse racing group, given all of
No.
her videos about her and the horses?
She loves horses. She's a horse rider.
You don't
Like,
think
she
I should-
rides horses.
You think I should offer an
I don't
opportunity
believe
to ride?
the horse. She likes to, like, she does the equestrian stuff. Like,
Right.
I don't believe she's into, like, horse racing, though.
How do you know?
Is my guess.
Okay, but I mean,
You want me to
think
ask?
I mean, should I at least contact her and like, hey, I want to give you the opportunity?
Yeah, I'd probably go through Dave first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's probably my closer
It's her
contact.
husband,
Yes, right.
And someone you actually know.
Yeah, I don't really know her.
Right.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing? That's kind of the relationship. You know, hey, how you doing? You know, but that's
How you doing? You give her one of those?
Yeah,
How you
like,
doing?
Hey, how you
I
been?
got to go make a call. I'll be back.
How you been? Where you going?
I'm going to call Mace real quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he
Why don't do it
text
on
you?
the air?
What did he
Do it
want?
on the air.
No.
If he wants to talk to you, tell him he has to
No,
talk
he
to you
doesn't
on
want
the
to
air.
talk on the air.
We're all a family here. Nothing
Yeah,
gets
but
hidden.
I think he wants to talk off
Show
air.
business happens on the show.
Bring
a bucket and a mop.
I'm going to call him, and then I'll tell you guys about it.
Okay.
Cappy, they're at Madison Square Garden, Stephen A. and Richard. Your team still up 2-1, but not looking good. Nobody seems confident. I have texted 3 separate Knick fans today, okay, that I know. All right? And I asked them I'm going to send you I'll read you the text that I sent
me
them
hear.
before we get to the draft lottery thing. Hold on. Where's this one? This is Ariel Hawani. He was one.
Okay.
And I said, are you a little worried for tonight? Or is it bing bong, Knicks tape, 3 to the dome, and whatever the hell you guys call the thing Brunson does when he hits a 3? And Ariel Hawani, Mr. MMA, huge Knicks fan.
Okay.
I'm bleeping bricks, man. So nervous. So nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Hold on. Ben Lyons.
Okay, Ben Lyons. What's his story?
I wrote him. Same thing. He writes, definitely terrified, nervous, and scared. Too much trauma, disappointment burned into my soul to feel confident.
Right. Understood. Listen, if you're a Knicks fan and you know what the Knicks have been in the last 25 years, and you hate the Celtics because you know what they've been in the last few years in particular, and you go into their house and you steal 2 games, and you come home. Remember what I said? Hey, it's going to be packed. The celebs are going to be
And
there.
they got blown their doors off.
They got motorboated.
I mean, they got destroyed.
That is an official.
It was not even
motorboating.
close.
No, it was not entertaining.
No.
It was like last night. I mean, this Indiana-Cleveland game last night.
Oh, my God.
It's Mother's
I
Day.
mean, Lindsay turned it off.
It's Sunday night. Rightly
I
so.
turned it off like literally 3 minutes into the game.
That early?
Pacers and 6.
Yeah,
I tried to
with-
say it, but hey, look.
She
I
said
don't
you
know
didn't
ball.
believe it.
I don't know ball, though. According to Lindsay.
I thought it was Pacers in 5.
No, he said 6.
Probably
I said
now.
6, but now it's
No,
looking like
you
5.
originally said Pacers in 5.
No, it was 6.
Originally I said 6.
It was
No,
6.
he kept saying 6, but then I think he said on Friday. he
Pacers
said
in
I
5.
think he just jokingly said 5. But
Did jokingly say 5.
Yeah,
All
but
right, well,
6
that's
was
what I heard.
the official pick.
So, all right. So, Lindsay, you really turned the game off 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, hell, I even watched it into the third quarter.
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
I
turned
don't
it
know
off.
many people that watched it like past halftime, but
Oh, I did.
well, I didn't.
Why were you
I
watching?
did.
Why
A few
would I
minutes
wanna
into the
watch-
third,
Why
I
would I
turned
want
it
to
off.
watch my team just get
Well,
obliterated?
I wanted to see if they'd at least try.
You mean when they were
to
down like
get closer.
45, like around that point?
Right. I was like, let me see if they can at least try to cut it into like 20.
I mean, Tristan Thompson played like the entire third and fourth quarter, didn't he?
How do you
so
know?
it was bad.
I looked at the box score.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know you turned it off.
Oh, I kept looking on the ESPN app to see what the score was. I checked in a few times to see if it did get close, but it did not.
Do you know how rough it is, how rough a game has to be, that I'm on a flight and I chose to watch something like, because I want to watch a game on a flight. Why not? I got like a 2-hour flight. It's perfect. It was going to fit perfectly sandwiched into my flight time. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
When Cleveland scored 16 points in the second quarter,
Yeah.
and they were down by like 40-ish
Yeah.
at the end of the first half,
Yeah.
I was like, am I really going to do this?
Yeah.
Because at that
Well,
point,
I wanted to see what Chuck and them were going to say.
At that point, Rachel, it was Mother's Day. You know, she's like, "Do you really have me sitting here on Mother's Day?"
It feels like you always say this a lot, that she starts those sentences. Do you really have me?
Right. Well, because
dot.
But here's the thing.
Jeez, Rachel, do you know what he does for a living?
No, but a Laker game is one thing.
Yeah.
A
Okay, but
Cavaliers Pacers game
They
when
made
it's a
playoffs,
blowout
though.
at
It's the
halftime.
NBA playoffs.
Right. A blowout at halftime.
No, that's fine. You
she was
could-
like, "Really? Like we're really watching a basketball game with two
Sometimes
teams that I'm not
chip away,
involved
though.
with?"
That's, they chip away.
Not at 40 points.
Not
No.
at 40 points.
No.
I'm saying, like, when you see that, they start to chip away.
Right,
chip away.
right. I wanted to see if they'd like cut it to like 20 or 25, and then like, okay,
Yeah,
let's
they
see what
finished-
happens.
They finished it with
Yeah, they-
20.
Right, but by then it was like everybody they were
only
playing
a
the
tw- it's only a
scrubs.
20-point loss. It was really close.
The end of the second quarter set the tone for the whole game. When Miles Turner was out there shooting step
He hit
back,
3 straight
Oh, my
threes,
goodness.
and then the last one was like from like 27 feet. I was like, oh my god.
I'm going to call a quick timeout here. This is going to be
20.
this is going to be a quickie
Yeah.
right here. This is going to be a quick timeout.
Yeah.
DeAndre, question for you: Are you taking so much pleasure in Indiana right now with a 3-1 lead because you have like a bet on this series, or are you enjoying watching Lindsay's pain? Like, I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from here.
If I'm being
I don't
honest,
care anymore, so you could like
if
root for them all you want.
I'm being honest,
Okay,
I felt like Cleveland did have a lot of momentum going into the playoffs, and what I was trying to get is that the Pacers were there. last year. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, so they're not a team that was going to be a pushover team. And Lindsay knew it was going to be a tough series, but what I was saying, like, the Pacers are a really good team. And honestly, I do enjoy seeing her a little emotional about the series because, she had all these high hopes for the Cavaliers. And just
don't most people? Didn't you have high hopes for your team?
Just to see the Pacers, though, to go in there and just dominate them the way they did.
You know what the Pacers have done, though?
Game time. Back to the game.
The Pacers have done a really good job of defending the perimeter, and that's really what Cleveland did a really good job shooting threes this year. And Indiana is just too fast, too deep.
Yeah, when you got one guy that's like wearing a special shoe just to keep his toe in place, and then Mobley's hobbling around doing God knows what.
But that's part of the playoffs. Like,
I'm just saying, you're right. It is part of the playoffs, and the Cavs were soft, and they weren't good, and now it's over. So good job.
Championship teams have overcome stuff like that before.
Okay, well, Cavs clearly did not. So,
Cavs are soft.
What kind of soft, though? Is like a Charmin soft?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Two-ply?
That's what I said.
Really? Wow.
What did Riz say today?
He said the same thing.
Oh, I was just going to say maybe they are the 86 Celtics.
I actually did say that yesterday. I said yesterday after
Riz?
In the first couple minutes of the game, I was just like, they're not a playoff team. Everyone was right.
You tried to compare me to this guy who said that the Pacers were no good and like that they weren't the 86 Celtics and they're mollywhopping the Cavs.
That's
what you tried to compare me to.
Motorboating. I think full strength is a totally different story, but that's what it is. What it is.
What happened to the Believe land? There's
I don't believe anymore.
That's it. It's over.
I told you last week she didn't believe. She said yes, she did.
You're right. I didn't. I was lying.
Wow.
Hey, listen. You know what? Hey. First of all, I'm glad you admitted it, but secondly, I applaud you for trying to convince yourself that you were believing.
Yeah.
That's being a good fan, baseball.
When you're missing two All-Stars, it's tough.
All right, coming up next, Cappy, let's get into the draft lottery because as I teased like 15 minutes ago, and Christopher's back from talking to Mace.
I want to hear about that.
Yeah, we can get into that, but I want to tell you about the draft lottery is not just about Cooper Flagg. There is a big domino to fall, and I want you to punctuate this segment before you talk about Subaru with
Domino, mother effer.
There you go. Now tell us about Subaru.
So I was at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton on Saturday morning before we went out to Santa Fe Springs for the Little League game. And I hung out a lot with Omar. First of all, I always tell you, it's so easy to find Ocean Subaru. They're located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton. You're right off the 91 freeway. It's super easy to get there. You cannot possibly miss it. It's right on the corner. It's a big, beautiful store. At night, the thing is illuminated like a blowtorch, man. So, first of all, that's the first part. The second part is this. I picked up a new Subaru on Saturday, and already I can tell you a few things. First of all, Carr is so comfortable. It's an Outback. It's got all-wheel drive. It's super comfy. It's got a giant screen in there that looks like an iPad, so all the things that you want to do are all right there for you. But when I look at it, I'm like, wow, on the outside it's black. On the inside, it's a two-tone thing. The seats are all black and like a camely gray. So I love the interior. I love all the electronics. I love the all-wheel drive. Already, the fuel efficiency is a mind blow on this thing. So if you're thinking about a new car and you've got a family, an active family, or you've got an active lifestyle, consider that it is time now to get to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. And don't miss the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It's on now, but not for much longer. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, have you checked out the all-new Park West Bicycle Casino? With a new owner, fresh renovations, and upgraded amenities, it's a whole new way to experience LA's premier table game casino. From poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Baccarat, they've got all the action for ESPN LA listeners. Brand new players who sign up for their Players Reward get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
14 minutes before 4 o'clock. On this day in 1987, Janet Jackson released the song The Pleasure Principle. Yeah, Jack. Get out. So are you saying I shouldn't go to dinner with Greg Bergman tonight because he's got pink eye?
If he doesn't have pink eye, then you're fine.
But if he's got pink eye, I don't want like pink.
But he just said he doesn't have it.
What if it spreads to my heart?
Wait a second. Nobody should be self-diagnosing. If everybody's self-diagnosed, we'd all believe that Chris had diaphragm issues. Okay. In the meantime,
Chris,
the guy
how
almost died.
about this, Greg? What you should do like a telehealth thing. And
Correct.
Tell him, see if you've got pink eye.
Yes.
I just don't want to get pink eye from him. If I'm in the same car for like an hour as we go to Burbank to the smokehouse tonight, I don't want to wake up tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning I'll wake up, and if I have it, then Cappy and I go for a walk because we're at the East Central. Then Cappy gets pink eye.
Right.
Then it's Sedano and Trudell doing the show. And then it's all basketball for 4 days. Ball knowers.
It's a good drop.
Yeah, it is a good drop.
Ball knowers. We even started a chat.
We need T-shirts that say ball knowers. We're going to get them. We're going to get them made.
They're already out there, but they're for something else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are they for?
Yeah. By the way, I'm also upset. I sent a DM to DeAndre's mom for Mother's Day. She still didn't hit me back.
What's up with that?
She don't look at the DMs, man.
Why mom not looking at the DMs? I slid in head first. I slid in head first.
I don't follow your mom on Insta.
Sliding in DeAndre's mom's DMs?
Yeah. I don't follow your mom on Insta.
It's like Happy Mother's Day, yo.
She probably didn't see it, man.
Well, you tell mom to get her act together.
Wow, man.
Damn. That was like Chris telling everybody in Santa Fe Springs on Saturday, get your internet together.
Yeah.
I mean, he gave the mayor a hard time. But at one point, the mayor was like, all right, I'm good. I'm done. Like, I'm going to work on the internet.
I thought Sedano would be, like, involved, but he's looking for his vacation schedule, I think.
Is that the
Well, because Greg was asking, but I know I sent it. But anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, what did Mace have to say?
Yeah, what did he say?
Yeah,
Not real happy.
With what?
About some stuff. But
Like what?
I can't get into it.
What are you talking about? I thought you said you were going to go talk to him and then you were going to bring it to us.
If it was open to talk about, it's not. He said don't mention it. I didn't mention it.
Oh, so this is not for air conversation.
Correct.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, not everything can be a bit on the air.
Oh, really?
We're pretty open around here.
Yeah.
But
99.9 of things can be?
I'd say 96%.
96.
Often
60%. 60% is usually where it's at. Huh? All right.
3:49, and Sedano's still looking at the vacation schedule.
I'm listening.
Oh.
So here's the thing. Oh, I found it, Greg. I'll send it to you. Why are you laughing?
Because it's just funny.
No, but it to his credit, it is not. It doesn't say. It normally says summer vacation, but it's like part of a thread of multiple emails from other stuff.
Threads and emails are what's going to trip you up. That's why I always start a clean email.
I could not find it, and I just refused to even ask.
Gotta have a clean email.
Yeah, you got to have it clean.
Because
I
said
can't
to George,
even find it.
I said to George, I go, George,
Greg, October 8th.
Oh, October 8th of last
October
year.
8th
for this upcoming June.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You're so
through
organized.
August.
I am so jealous.
Actually.
Oh, you're right.
I
I
am
do
so
see it now.
freaking jealous.
I'll send it, Greg. Don't worry about it. I'll just resend it. But
I
it's
am
fine.
so jealous right now. You have no idea.
I'm way more organized than you.
Oh my God, you're like a year in advance.
Linz,
Organized.
I'll copy you too.
I got it.
Can I get
found
a
it.
copy too? Because when you said to me the other day,
You're
you were
on to
like,
the original email.
I know, but you were like, yeah, I sent
You're
an
all
email,
on the
but
emails.
I couldn't
DeAndre,
find it.
Chris,
I couldn't
Greg,
find the email.
What about DeAndre's mom?
No.
DM her your vacation schedule if you don't mind.
Yeah.
All right, so you were about to say, George.
I'm sorry. I just needed a bid for the day, and that's what we went with.
But you do wish you. I mean, I did. October 24. I sent 10 months of my vacation through the next 10 months.
Let me tell you how jealous I am.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to plan for June.
Right.
It is May 12th.
Right.
I'm trying to plan for June 20th, which is a Friday.
Right.
Through like the range of like the 4th of July.
Yeah.
But like when you're planning on taking off like a chunk of time, it's helpful to do it like a year in advance.
Well, but a lot of like the vacation stuff we do, like I kind of know around the time we're going to do it anyway because I have to book it way out in advance. Because like some of these places, like when we go to the Oregon coast, like these houses, these Airbnbs go quick. So you got to get on it fast. So once I get on it, I just send it.
See, for me, I'm just a total procrastinator, and I'm also I'm a bad planner. I'm a procrastinator and I'm a canceler as well. Like this year alone.
You are a canceler.
This year alone, I've canceled 2 trips to Mammoth. I canceled a trip to Cabo. I mean, I have just not. So I'm trying to like figure it all out now.
Yeah.
And I will.
Do you want me to help you?
Why not just stay home? How about that?
So
just
nice.
stay home and rest.
It'd be so nice if you
Why
would
not
help me.
rest? Why do you have to go somewhere?
A bunch of the ones I'm going to give it, the ones that I'm going to give him that I haven't thought of yet are all staycations. Like I'm just going to chill.
Well, I am going to be taking a
Will
staycation.
you be out of pocket?
I'm never out
Sort
of pocket.
of, I
Just so
guess.
you know,
I don't
I'm
know.
never out of pocket.
I don't know. I'll probably just be like hanging out on like
I'm
the
on
beach
vacation.
somewhere,
No,
like
I'm
here
on
locally.
No, I'm not out of pocket. I'm on vacation, but I'm in pocket.
I mean, if you want to like FaceTime me while I'm like sitting there, I don't know, in the water, I don't know. It's
I'm
fine.
in pocket, by the way. Just everybody knows.
Hey, real quick. So the
what? The what? What are you snapping at?
What's going on today?
The draft lottery announcement is today.
Okay.
They're in Chicago for that.
All right.
And everyone's like, oh, Cooper Flagg. I had to think of what the hell I was going to talk about. That's why I was snapping to myself. Everyone's like, oh, Cooper Flagg. We're going to know where Cooper Flagg goes. Yes.
But.
However.
I hear a but coming.
We're also going to know more about where Giannis could potentially be. Okay? Because look at some of the teams that are in the draft lottery.
Okay, I'm looking at it
the
right
Rockets,
now.
the Spurs,
Okay.
even the Nets. Okay, remember we had that report that Giannis, both New York teams would be in the conversation. Maybe even Chicago. They're in the draft lottery. There's always been rumors that he'd consider Chicago. So there's a number of teams that if they get like one of those top 2 or 3 picks, they're going to be like, hey, Milwaukee, here you go. How about we do this? Like, at least that's a good starting point. So Brian Windhorst talked about this more thoroughly. He's on television at the moment. He's talking about something else. But he talked about this thoroughly in regards to the Giannis part of the sweepstakes that could happen tonight, or at least we could have a better, more clearer picture of it.
Let's just make this clear. Tonight is about 2 players, Cooper Flagg and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, Cooper Flagg's going to find out where he's going, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to find out which teams potentially have the strongest hand. Because this is a top-heavy draft, anybody in the top 4 picks is going to be exciting. 2 things you have to know about the Bucks when you consider a trade. Number 1, the Bucks do not control their first-round pick for 5 years. That means if the Bucks are going to trade him, thinking that they're going to tank for the next 3 years and rebuild, is not going to happen. They need quality players, and the other thing that you need to know is if you're going to trade Giannis to a team that's going to be a super team, getting that team's draft assets is not exciting because they're not going to be very high picks for the next few years. So you're going to look at teams that have players to trade and other teams' draft assets that they can trade besides theirs. San Antonio and Houston. San Antonio and Houston. San Antonio and Houston. Pay attention there. And the other thing is Brooklyn, because Brooklyn has Phoenix's future drafts, but Brooklyn's current players not that strong, not as exciting of a player acquisition. The other team to watch, the New Orleans Pelicans. Why would I say to watch the New Orleans Pelicans? Because the New Orleans Pelicans control the next 3 drafts of the Milwaukee Bucks. And if you're going to do a deal with the Bucks and you want to open the door for them to do a rebuild, you may have to go to New Orleans, try to get the Milwaukee stuff out of New Orleans, and then offer it back to the Bucks. Of course, the Pelicans could make their own offer, but I suspect that what they're going to try to do is a 3-team trade. All of these things will be clarifying once Giannis makes a decision and once we see what the lottery results are tonight.
The Pelicans one I hadn't even thought of. That is a great point because of the Drew Holiday trade a number of years ago that netted them that he was part of the crew that won the championship with them. So there's just a lot of moving parts to kind of keep an eye on regarding both Cooper Flagg, the obvious one, but the Giannis thing. I do think that any of those teams, particularly San Antonio and Houston, as he repeated multiple times, could be the front runners as far as suitors.
So the lottery tonight, this is going to probably shock you guys. I'm sure you guys are going to be surprised with what I'm about to say here, but I know a lot of you guys consider me to be an expert in the draft lottery, but I don't really think of myself as that. I know.
No.
I don't mean to disappoint you, DeAndre.
Yeah.
I don't mean to disappoint you in any way. So, George, this whole lottery thing tonight. So the Jazz have a 14% chance.
So the top 4 have the same percentage.
Okay, so I see 3 teams at 14%.
Oh, maybe the 4th has a slightly different.
I think New Orleans is at 12.5%.
Okay, so right, top 3 same, and then 4 still has a just barely below.
Right. Philadelphia.
Then
at
it's a bigger drop from there.
And then you get all the way down to Atlanta. That has Atlanta and the Sacramento Kings have a less than 1% chance of
through
getting
the first
top
14.
pick.
Right.
Okay, how frequently? Because it seems
have
to me,
teams jumped out into the top 4?
Or how frequently has somebody who's had the highest percentage of likelihood actually gotten the top
It
pick?
doesn't happen as often as you think.
Well, no, that's my point, is that it doesn't seem to ever happen.
Plus those Lakers years, sometimes that happens. But
It happened when the Cavs got LeBron.
Right.
yeah.
And that was legit, right?
Oh, yeah. 100% on the up and up.
Who cares?
Yeah, so tonight, what time is the actual...
So it's going to start in a few minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to bring
So
it to you live.
we'll pot it up from time to time.
Up for that. I want to know who gets the number 1 pick.
Because here's the thing. If, San Antonio at 10, all of a sudden, let's say when we get to the 10th spot, right, and it's not San Antonio, that means San Antonio has jumped into that top 4, which all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, is Giannis going to end up playing with Wemby?
Is Wemby, is it a guarantee, automatic, he's coming back, he's fine?
Oh, no, yeah, he's going to be fine. Yeah.
How do we know that?
Just talking to people that talk to the doctors, they know.
Oh, okay. All right, because blood clots sound kind of dangerous to me.
They are.
Especially
They're
when
very
you're
dangerous,
when you're like 9 feet tall.
But you could...
And 112 pounds.
But they're not, I would say that caught early enough, like they did with him, that stuff can be resolved quickly.
They caught yours early enough?
They didn't, actually.
Right,
No, I meant...
You almost died, right?
I meant Wemby, not Christopher.
Oh, you pointed at Christopher.
Right, but Christopher would understand a little better because he almost died recently.
Yeah. He told the entire Santa Fe Springs City Council and every mayor that he almost died.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I had to back him up. I had to confirm it for him. A lot of people didn't believe it. They're like, no, a guy like you, so effervescent, full of life?
Yeah.
No.
You know who's full of life? The
Tell me.
Crazy Hernandez brothers.
Oh, I know.
And I know they took care of your ass.
Well, it hasn't. We actually haven't finished it all off
Right,
yet.
I know. You're getting the deal done.
Oh, yeah. And by the way,
They're
I'm out.
dealing with Rachel.
I'm out.
It's probably best for you.
Well, it's best for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's best for Steven Hernandez.
Right, but you know what? It doesn't matter because they get things done. And if you need flooring, just call them at 866-62-FLOOR. HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net if you want to go to the web. And it's real simple. You need flooring for your home, your rental, or even your ADU, you're good to go. Cappy and them in business, okay? Because they want to give you the best deal possible, right? Because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. But you know what drives me crazy is when these big box national retail stores pretend to give you a deal by marking up the price just to mark it down. Come on, do you think we're idiots? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, it's legitimately family run. We've talked about the Crazy Hernandez brothers. Papi Hernandez started in the 70s. Mom is around. The aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the nephews, the nieces, they're all there. Authentic old school TLC, actual wholesale pricing year round. 2 locations, one in Commerce, one in Santa Ana. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it, no sale beats wholesale. So whether it's hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet, you name it, they've got it. Over 5 million square feet in stock in their inventory. The 2 locations, both the size of 2 freaking football fields, these warehouses, man. So you can see it, touch it, and take it home with you on the same day. And that's huge, especially when you're trying to finish a project fast. So check this out. You refer a friend, both of you get 10% off your next flooring purchase. It's why first responders, designers, contractors, builders all shop with the Crazy Hernandez brothers because they know the Crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. And if you find a better price, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring or call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year round because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. Check them out at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net online or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Mother's Day is over, and now it's back to me. Hey, Pancho, pass the scotch and cigars, will you? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Smoking good times, cigars, spirits, food, fun, and live music by Pancho Sanchez. This Sunday.
Number 2,
Fog Hat, live May 23rd.
And the #1 reason.
Oasis Pool is beaching. The cabanas are beaching. The water slide is beaching. The lazy river is beaching. It's a beaching good time.
Morongo, good times.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
FX presents Welcome to Wrexham.
For the last 4 years, it's been this roller coaster of magic.
The Emmy Award-winning series returns. Come on, Wrexham! With an all-new season.
We're going into a really tough division. Birmingham are absolute favourites with the arrival of Tom Brady.
It's a friendly competition. Oh! Well, not so friendly.
Imagine the opportunity to beat Tom Brady at sports.
FX's Welcome to Wrexham premieres May 15th on FX. Stream on Hulu.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
We know a guy?
What's wrong with you two? You're a terrible guy. You know what? When he normally calls you a scumbag, I will object to that.
But do we know a guy?
I mean, I feel like
I feel like now that one's appropriate.
I feel like I got a guy.
Time for what you need to know.
I try to have a guy for everything.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Just 90 minutes from wherever you are.
We had lunch today, and I got to say, Lindsay and I had lunch.
Okay.
We talked about business.
What'd you have?
We went down to the lazy dog.
And
I had
they
my
made
special
you-
salad.
Nice.
You want to have dinner tonight? Oh, no, you have a dinner.
Yeah.
But
You're having dinner with Greg.
I think.
Yeah, he doesn't have pink
Go
eye.
home and have dinner with your family. You've been on the road. And
I
then
will.
tomorrow night, we're going to go. Maybe to the TRB tomorrow night.
Tuesday?
Cap
The
wants to
TRB.
go out and go South Bay tomorrow night. Anyway,
No, maybe.
I was stunned that Lindsay didn't have anything bad to say about you for once.
For who? About George?
No, you.
I'm shocked. I thought she'd have tons to say about George.
No, but about you.
About me?
You guys are really fixing it.
Oh, dude.
Good, I'm glad.
Me and Linz, we're like a team now.
Speaking of which, take it away, producer Lindsay.
I just want you guys to know that my computer's definitely listening in on us because when I just clicked on this link that I'm about to read you guys, a huge ad popped up for Charmin toilet paper.
Oh, really?
Oh.
It's nice toilet paper.
Because I said the calves are
Double
Charmin
ply.
soft.
Yep.
Double ply?
I
Really
use
good.
wipes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Use wipes all the time?
I tried to as
The
much
calves
as possible.
don't use wipes, clearly.
No, they're too soft.
They got something going on.
Oh.
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you for real though is Prime Video's reboot of American Gladiators has found its host in WWE superstar Mike The Miz. The contestants are going to range from professional bodybuilders and former D1 athletes to CrossFit champs and fitness trainers. And
People still do CrossFit?
Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Some WWE athletes will be featured as the gladiators themselves. The series is going to debut on Prime Video, but has not yet announced a release date. But them announcing that Mike The Miz is the host this morning.
I like him. He's talented.
He's great.
Does he co-host? Does he have like a...
No, just him.
By himself?
Yeah. So,
No eye candy, just him?
I mean, they got the gladiators, you know.
No eye candy, really?
Yeah, like a guy like me.
He's very entertaining.
Like a piece of ass. You know what I'm saying? A guy like myself. And people are like, well, they got The Miz because he knows this kind of stuff, but then they brought that hot guy, Kaplan. Is that not the case?
No.
I mean, why do you think George is on the sidelines?
He's a good-looking man.
No, of course. It's not about his reporting. It's about how good-looking he is.
That is what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good
True or
times.
false?
Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Did you see this story of Michael Jordan's coming back?
I did see this.
NBC's bringing him back as a special contributor. It's not like he's going to be on set with Carmelo Anthony every week. He's probably just going to do like specific. He probably has like 10 dates. If I
Listen,
had to
I'm the
guess in
biggest
there.
Jordan guy in the world. I'm not a fan of it.
Really, I think it's
What's the
brilliant.
problem?
But you're going to watch.
I will probably watch, but I was going to watch anyway. But here's the thing. Why can't we just enjoy where we left off, which was Hold on.
You don't want to hear his commentary on what's going on in the game? I do.
But you can't. But I don't think he can do it like we want. You want him to be able to break stuff down. He doesn't care because nothing is him. He's the greatest ever.
No.
So
but
let's just leave it at the last dance,
about
and that's
everyone.
it.
So I think two things he can do two things that I would
can be true.
No, I wasn't going to say that.
You almost did say that.
There's two things I think he can do that I would be interested in.
Okay, what are they?
I would not want to know like his overall thoughts on things that pop up like during a season, like
like he would call the Cavs Charmin. They're Charmin
load
soft.
management, right? Like these topics that come up during the season. I'd love his thoughts on that stuff, and I would like a Kobe detail type occasional thing that they can throw up for 3 minutes on what Michael is seeing, in a specific matchup, like in the playoffs or something like that. Because I loved when Kobe. I mean, I remember they literally would kind of like bring him in and out very quickly. A couple times I ran into him in the building when he used to film those things, and it was awesome to just kind of like. I remember catching like the tail end of one of them once. It was just awesome. But I'd love to see him like break down, like, here's why the Pacers are doing a great job defending the perimeter against a Cavs team that shot the ball so well during the season. Or here's why Jokic is struggling in the paint when no one has been able to do this for him against him over his time as an MVP. Like, I would love those little nuances plus the hot take stuff that he could give us.
Well, the other thing is not only is he the greatest player, but, he also, while he wasn't good at it, he did serve in a front office.
He did.
And so when
an owner.
So when you have
I want his take on that.
Well, right. So when you have something like
as an
the
owner,
Luka
he got a
trade,
great ROI on the business, so he did pretty good.
Right. But what I'm saying is like when the Luka trade this past year, right? Like, wouldn't it have been interesting to hear what Jordan
he thought.
had to say about
Correct.
how first of all, great player, but as an owner,
Yeah.
as a front office executive, how he sees all of that.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a quick question.
And by the way, I think the NBC partnership, as much as I would love him here at ESPN, makes all the sense in the world for him because he made NBC Sports matter in a way that they didn't matter until they collided.
When you hear the John Tesh music, all I
was
think
just going
about
to start singing that.
that's all I think about is Jordan on a Sunday afternoon.
So that business partnership makes sense too.
Is Ahmad Rashad also coming back to
I
the
don't
Knicks?
believe
Are you
so.
Ahmad
sure?
Rashad.
You sure about that? Well,
No.
wherever Jordan is, no?
I saw him out at a Laker game not too long
you
ago.
really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe some earlier this year somewhere.
So if you're Michael Jordan and you are considered the greatest basketball player to ever live,
and the greatest shoe salesman ever.
and
No
you,
question of
and
that.
you were also an NBA team owner,
Yeah.
and you're bringing to NBC your fame, notoriety,
On a limited
visibility,
basis, but still great.
but still,
Right.
how much? Everybody here, take a guess. How much does NBC have to pay Michael Jordan?
Oh, I'm betting it has to be several $1 million per appearance.
Yeah.
Several million per appearance.
Yes.
So okay,
I wonder what he's going to say about like the betting lines.
Like if he's doing
That's part of broadcasting.
Yeah,
But I don't,
he's
think I don't know if he'll do that.
Why not?
So if
Because it
there-
opens up the
if
conversation.
there- if I had to guess, okay, if he's doing, let's just call it 10 appearances, okay, during the season,
Yep.
it's got to be at least $20 million.
Okay, see, I agree, and here's
Yeah.
why. Because if I were Jordan,
Yeah.
and the negotiation begins, it starts with this: how much does Tom Brady make? Oh, $35 million a year.
Right, break
Oh.
that down by how many
Right.
games he's
how
doing.
many games does
he's probably
does
doing like
Brady
20,
do?
right?
So
yeah.
if Brady does 17, throw in a playoff game and an occasional Super Bowl, so let's call it
Let's call it
20
20.
games.
Let's
Call it
just call it
20
20,
games
right,
a year,
yeah.
$35 million. Brady's making almost $2 million per game.
Yeah.
If I'm Jordan, I go, I'm Michael Jordan. I'm a bigger brand than Tom Brady is.
Right, it's got
even-
to be 2 to start.
at least.
Yeah.
So I got to figure Jordan is making serious bank off of what Tom Brady negotiated with
Correct.
Fox.
Do we know? Have we ever known how much he actually got paid for The Last Dance?
I don't know.
Because that had to be 50, 60 million.
Well, it also helped his brand too. It didn't, like it
Well, it got everybody to talk about him. again.
correct.
Yeah.
And at the time it ran during COVID,
yeah,
where
right. You had
everybody
nothing.
was
It
watching.
was like the Super Bowl
Yeah,
of COVID.
every
Right.
week.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and this
According
and
to
here's what I like. It burns
according to
LeBron.
Boardroom, he got about
LeBron coming on, or excuse me, Jordan.
Hold
coming
on. Lindsay's telling you how much.
he got about according to Boardroom, which is pretty accurate. That's like they do all kinds of business related things as far as
In sports.
goes. They said that he got $33 million
I
from,
believe it.
from NBC?
No.
No.
For the last
for his
dance.
involvement
Oh, okay,
in the
gotcha.
Last Dance.
I believe it.
So I was a little high at 50.
If you
but
told me
still.
$33 million for NBC, I'd buy that.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, it's at least 33 million for NBC.
Well, I would say it's about if I had to guess, about $2 million an appearance. I could probably find out.
Why don't you do that?
Not right now, this second.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought you were going to call him or something.
No.
Who are you going to call?
Somebody.
Who?
Somebody.
I want to know.
That would know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd like to know who that is.
Somebody who would know about the negotiations.
Oh, really?
How about that?
Okay.
Now, I got about an hour to decide if I go to this dinner.
With you and Bergie, huh?
Yeah.
But I think he's got pink eye.
Only in his right eye.
You could only get it if you, like, touch his eyeball.
Or stuff he's touched.
Yeah, just don't touch anything.
if I go in his car.
He's going in his car, though.
How do you get pink eye, though? How does that happen?
Just tell him to telehealth.
I know how I got pink eye.
Bacteria.
Does he need a telehealth?
I was getting freaky. You know what I mean?
You know how you get pink eye? You get pink eye
That
from
was 2007, though.
From small children, or if your dog wipes his butt on your pillow.
Well, similar. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, because I saw Bergie send out a message yesterday, a text message or a
Tell him go to Teledoc.
Instagram. He said that he goes, when you leave your friends' houses, they should all be this excited.
They were all
They
dancing.
were all dancing.
Yeah.
Like they were
You
like,
think
yes,
that's how he got
Bergie's
pink
leaving.
eye?
Yeah.
Well, he was around a bunch of little rascals. He was around a bunch of little kids, I think.
I don't think
But
that's
he
how
said
he got
that
pink eye.
it's been bothering him since last week.
Okay. Okay.
I think Bergie a freak in the sheets.
Oh, is that the case?
I think so.
So a dog puts his butt on your pillow, and then you sleep on the pillow, and the dog's butt gets in your eye?
Bacteria is how you
That
get it.
could be
It's from
one
like
way.
little kids
There
that
could be
like.
other ways too.
There's
Yeah,
other
like-
ways to get pink eye.
Yeah,
Through
I know.
through
I know,
bacteria.
I know.
I
If you
don't.
have
I'm
children,
asking.
you're going to end up with it. Remember when Briones had it? It's because he's got a little toddler running around.
Yeah.
Those are gross.
Briones the same thing. Freak in the sheets.
Hey, coming up next, all right, the draft lottery starting is going to
Okay.
start in a few minutes. So we'll find out where Cooper Flag goes, and then we're going to start to figure out who can make the best bid for Giannis here pretty quick. But first, Cappy, let's talk PrizePicks. PrizePicks, you want sports action in the state of California? Download the PrizePicks app. It's the only place to do it. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you a $50 bonus. It's very simple, guys. You want to play PrizePicks? It's more or less. What do I mean by that? There's a stat line for pretty much every individual player in every sport imaginable. You go more or less on that particular stat. So let's say tonight, rebounds or something. Like, I don't know, Josh Hart, 6.5 rebounds for the Knicks. So you go more or less. You start bundling a couple of those together, you can win cold, hard cash, Cappy.
Well, now you can win more because on a day like today, if you download the PrizePicks app, use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, down at the bottom there's a promos tab. Today, George, is a payout boost, a 20% payout boost. You get boosted by 20% if your lineup wins. So this is one of 3 in my account. So here's the deal. If I can put together a couple of players, this guy's going to score more, this guy's going to score less, I can actually opt in right now and I can get a 20% payout boost. That's the first promo I want to bring you to. The second one is the Takes Two tickets promo. You win a VIP trip. It takes two to get out of sight. Yeah. Takes 2 tickets to win the VIP trip to the ship. Every time you create a $5 3-pick flex play during the NBA playoffs, that's an entry. You can do 5 per day. But somebody is going to win the all-expense-paid trip. It's going to be the seats on the floor, airfare, hotel, the whole schmear. So make sure you click on the promos tab
Love a good
on
schmear.
PrizePicks. So do I.
PrizePicks, run your game.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I would love to have seen you as an umpire, though.
I'm a good umpire.
I would love to see you as an umpire.
I'm a good umpire. We're going to swing the bat.
You guys should be a crew.
I wouldn't hate that.
See, look.
You talk about calling games. Umpiring might actually be more fun.
You guys need to be a
on
crew.
one condition, and I'm not doing the plate. As long as they would let me call it without going full squat, I would be fine. Like, listen, if I can stand back here, I'll do it.
Wait, pause. What would your bit? What did it sound like for you?
So, okay.
This is
I
good.
would throw it up and punch it back. That's what I would do. Sort of a toss. Bah! You know what I'm saying?
He's
That's
9, bro. You just struck out a 9-year-old.
You're right. Here's what it is.
Right.
The first one, it's a strike.
Yeah,
first
the second,
strike. The second one is 2.
Yeah.
Right? And then the third one is just strike 3.
Okay.
Because
you feel
can't
bad.
Bang
Right,
a
you
7-year-old.
can't
No, the reason.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here. Laker fans, meet Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. It's a natural, healthier alternative loaded with ultra premium ingredients like organic agave, electrolytes, B vitamins, and natural caffeine. Plus, it's NSF certified for sport. Just clean energy to keep you locked in without the crash or synthetic junk. So go grab yourself the limited edition Lakers can and rep the team in style. Pro Baller Energy, champions choose clean energy.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
All right, Christopher, let's hurry this up. Sucker. What? Give me a good dance.
I thought I was.
I want to get you the Kareem goggles so you can go in Bergie's car with his pink eye. That way you'll get pink eye.
On this day, in 2007, the #1 hit, Maroon 5, Makes Me Wonder, Sucker. We get ready for the NBA Draft Lottery on a Monday afternoon on Sedano with Cappy, 4:15.
First pick is in, so let's pot it up. Spurs got the 14th pick.
13th pick goes to...
That's the end of that.
Well, they have 2 picks.
The Atlanta Hawks.
As expected, Atlanta receives this pick from Sacramento
Can't
due
stumble,
to the Kevin Huerter trade in 2022.
Picking 12th in the NBA draft will be the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, they
I like
dropped
that
down.
music in the
The
background.
11th pick belongs to the Portland Trailblazers.
Ooh. So this is another Spurs
That
pick.
means Dallas has moved inside the
Oh
top
my
4.
God, Nico got a top 4 pick.
That's shocking. Nobody could have seen that coming.
Pick number 10 will be made by the Houston Rockets.
Houston receives this pick from
That's
Phoenix
their
due to
regular pick.
multiple
Yeah.
previous trades.
Akeem is there for them.
The 9th pick goes to the Toronto Raptors.
Poor Raptors.
That means the Spurs are in the top 4.
Oh, the
with 2
Spurs!
teams jumping into the top 4. That means the Sixers will lose their pick to the Thunder because it's
Oh my
outside
God,
the top
those
6.
Philly fans are going to hate their team even more now.
The 8th pick in the NBA draft belongs to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. Wow. Spurs
Why
and
aren't you
Dallas.
yelling about that
Pick
one?
number 7
Yeah,
will
it
be
doesn't
made
matter.
by
The Nets are irrelevant.
the New Orleans Pelicans.
Zion was there. Didn't matter. They dropped 3 spots. I thought they were the 4th, weren't they?
Picking 6th, the Washington Wizards.
Whoa!
They're still in the NBA?
Wait.
Correction now. That means Philadelphia is in the top 4. So they make
Oh,
the
come on.
jump.
You guys
and
screwed that up.
suddenly Jared McCain is riding the roller coaster we all are inside this room.
Oh, so the Sixers
are
could
in
get
the
Cooper
top
Flag.
4.
The 5th pick in the NBA draft will be made by the Utah
Oh
Jazz.
my God, another team jumped.
I'm so
4
confused.
teams jumped.
I have
Oh
no
no,
clue.
Charlotte was already in the top 4. They were already in the top 4.
And now we have our final 4.
3 teams
Buckle
jumped.
up.
That
It is
never
the
has happened.
Hornets, the Sixers, the
I
Spurs,
hope the
and
Mavs
the
get it.
Mavericks.
I don't get it.
It'll be funny.
We'll
No, I
find
get it.
out the order of the top 4 picks
If they
in
go
the
to break.
2021
Are they gonna go to break?
NBA draft. And
I'll explain in a
likely
second,
landing
Captain.
spot for former Duke star Cooper Flag when we come back. We're catching our breath here. It's a shocker
I am
in
catching my breath.
Chicago.
When I say I don't get it, I'm being serious. Like, I don't understand if there are 14 teams, right?
Yeah.
that all have
the balls are weighted differently, based on
the percentage
of what of the chance they have to win based off their winning percentage.
But how do they? Because I'm being honest here.
Yeah.
I never really watched the NBA draft lottery.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
No, I mean I know it's disappointing to D.
No, just go before they come back.
But I don't understand. Like when they say this team has the 8th pick, how did they get to somebody who's got already in the top 4? How did that happen?
So, for example, if you are like, let's just say Toronto. Let's just use as an example. They ended up with the 8th pick, right, or whatever it was, the 9th pick,
right.
So they were in the original order. They were probably like 6 or something like that, or 5th, and then they dropped 3 spots. So that means whoever originally had that 9th spot or whatever, they clearly have jumped. So if somebody gets skipped, that means they're in the top 4. So there's an order, 1 through 14, based on wins and losses.
Oh, my God.
If the number 9 team, you have a blank look on your face.
Like I am glazed
Cappy,
over.
It's not that hard.
No, it seems difficult.
There's 14. I knocked my glasses off. There's 14 spots based on the wins and losses.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So if one of those teams, as they go in reverse order, if one of those teams is not at their projected spot, that means they've jumped into the top 4.
Oh.
And then everyone slides down.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a great explanation by you.
It's
but
not that hard.
No, but you're doing an excellent service, and I'm going to explain why. Because I'm telling you right now, there are people driving around right now going, I heard all that, but I'm not quite sure I understand the lottery part of it. But
so the Jazz, the Wizards, the Hornets, the Pelicans were the top 4, okay?
The Jazz,
the worst
the Wizards.
The worst 4. They had the best chances, right? Because they had the worst records, okay?
They had the most balls in the hopper.
Right. But what ended up happening was the Dallas Mavericks, okay, so it was 14, 13, 12, 11. The Dallas Mavericks had the 11th pick. So we got to the 11th pick, and all of a sudden it was the Portland Trailblazers. They fell a spot. So all of a sudden, like, whoa, Dallas did not pick in the 11th spot where they were projected. They have jumped into the top 4.
Their ball did not get picked out of the hopper.
Correct. So then the next thing that happened, the next pick was the Houston Rockets, which was according to order. Then the next pick, which was supposed to be the Spurs, was the Raptors. And they're like, oh, that was the Spurs projected pick, so that means they've jumped into the top 4. So teams fall as teams jump up. It's not that hard.
No, it's a great explanation.
Basically,
I still don't get it.
The worse your team is, the worse your team is, the more
there's a projected
lottery
standing.
balls
It's
you
the
have.
reverse
But
standings.
how come they don't just do this? How come they don't just say, hey, look, when a team gets pulled out, right? And you say the Spurs jump up or Dallas jumps up.
Right.
Why don't they just like jump up a spot or like
the whole
somebody
point is
eliminated?
the whole point is the
They're picking
lottery.
balls out. Yeah, they're picking the balls out, and the worst teams have the most balls, right?
Yeah.
So
it's the balls are like weighted
they're
differently.
weighted,
they have
so
like a combination. That's neither here nor there because that's just going to confuse them more.
Well, we're just saying that the team with the most balls has the highest chance to win the higher pick, and but there are other balls that can get picked ahead of the other ones, making
lottery.
them a higher pick than they should be.
But if your projected spot, the Dallas Mavericks were the 11th spot, okay? When they didn't show up as the 11th spot and it was the Blazers who were in the 10 that fell to 11, that means Dallas jumped into the lottery. The lottery is only the top 4.
I'm going to just say this. I'm kind of partial to the NFL draft, and more so right now.
This is way more fun because it gives you
right,
it gives a
the
team like
NFL
Dallas.
draft was just easy for me. NFL draft was just easy. Wait, who's got the first pick? Tennessee. Who's got the second pick? New York Giants.
But this
Who's
is
got the
awesome.
third pick?
Like the Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Sixers have a chance to get Cooper Flagg or Giannis potentially.
So wait. Now tell me this. So with the 4 teams that are now officially in the lottery,
yes.
Now
we'll find out the order of those 4.
Got it.
Yeah,
and this will be interesting if you believe certain things.
Chris believes that the fix is he thinks the frozen envelope like David Stern and the Knicks back in the day.
All
right, go back.
Who's getting?
Wait, do you think it's the Spurs or the Mavs?
I think it's the Mavs.
I think it's the Mavs too.
I think it's the Sixers.
I think it's totally fixed for the Mavs.
Oh yeah.
NBA draft.
I think it'll be the Sixers.
And this is going to
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it'll be. If I had to pick, I think it'd be the Sixers.
If it's the Mavs, the fix is
Elton
in.
Brand and Daryl Morey, you guys are inside.
And then the
top
Mavs will
4
be
as
better
we
than
await.
the Lakers next year.
Joining the Philadelphia 76ers are the Charlotte Hornets, the San Antonio Spurs,
Camera works off.
and the Dallas Mavericks. And once again, joining us to announce the order of the top 4 picks is NBA Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer Mark Tatum.
Thanks again, Kevin. The 4th pick in the NBA draft goes
They could have
to
used a rehearsal.
the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh my God!
Cap doesn't even know what
Picking
he's
third
yelling
will be
Here we go.
Philadelphia.
the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's going to be the Spurs or the Mavs?
Mavs, for sure.
It's the Mavs.
The second pick will be made by the San Antonio Spurs. And that means that the number one
This is
pick
amazing.
of the 2025 NBA draft goes
Nico!
to
You couldn't
the
write it up
Dallas
better than
Mavericks.
Give me a break.
Wow. Wow.
So,
Whatever, dude.
you're saying it's rigged?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I agree.
They literally hire a firm to do this. Like, they don't have nobody.
But nobody witnesses
Enron
it.
hired
No,
a
no,
firm
they do.
too.
No, one person from each team witnesses it. No, Lindsay, ask your boy Windhorst. He's been there for it because there's a media person in there too.
Listen,
One
here's
media
what you guys
person.
gotta
There's a
do.
media person and one representative.
Just move Lakers, move Luka to the Lakers, and we'll take care of you.
From every team. Listen, by the way,
That's exactly what happened.
the league has been built on conspiracy theories. David Stern was a genius with that stuff. He played right into that. But there is a representative from every team in the room with the person from Ernst & Young or whatever, and a media, and I think at least one media member. Because Windhorst has been that once.
I mean, okay. I hear what you're saying.
All right, let's listen to Shams and the guy from Dallas.
Well, no, but the important part of the whole thing
Rolando
is that we'll get a
Blackman.
chance to move our franchise forward. We have a tremendous staff and management, and the important factor for us is to being able to continue in that tradition and to be able to move forward. It's really, really a great honor, and it's an important piece of the puzzle because we want to hoop down in Dallas.
What does Cooper Flag mean to you right now?
Well, the main factor is that he can hoop, he can play.
He can hoop.
The important factor is that there are a lot of great players in that draft class, and the important thing is that we'll see how the guys get together and being able to make our team better, which is exactly what we want to do.
Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
So basically, the Mavs got Cooper Flag, right?
Yes. I mean, okay. So look.
That's pretty.
I acknowledge going into the draft, and George, I think you did a very good job of confusing me more, although at the same time explaining it brilliantly. I got to say, though, the idea that Dallas...
They had a 1.8% chance?
The idea that Dallas now has the number one overall pick when they gave up Luka, and it was the story of the NBA season, and how their general manager should be fired, and the media is pressing him on, why should you even
let's hear from
keep your
Cooper.
job?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an incredible experience to be here, to have this opportunity. I mean, this is what I dreamed of since I was a little kid, so just to be here, it's an incredible experience and a great opportunity.
Yeah, you're working out for the draft now. What are you working on in order to get better so when you step onto the floor as an NBA player, you're at your best?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's always about just getting better all around. It's not one specific thing that I'm looking at. It's just a collective group of things and just trying to get all around better every single day.
The Dallas Mavericks made it known that they look for two-way players. Guys defend. That's what bring home championships, and that's why they traded Luka
Come on, ask a
Doncic.
real
You
question.
are a two-way player playing alongside Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving. What you looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said, this entire experience for me has been amazing. So going forward, I'm just going to look forward to that. Like you said, being a two-way player, that's something that I've done since I was a little kid. So I'm just going to try and keep doing that to the best of my ability.
Man, him,
Cooper,
Kyrie,
Dallas
AD.
this is a good team. Did you see
Clay.
this coming? I mean, you must have thought about where you might be going, but I'm surprised. But you're going to a very kind of built team already. That's pretty unusual for what I think.
It's odd how those things happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I didn't try and think about it too much. I feel like it's just kind of out of my control. So I'm just kind of going through the process like everybody else and just trying to enjoy every single moment because we only get to do this once.
Congratulations, Cooper.
Is there any
of course,
chance-
enjoy the entire process as we lead into June and potentially
congrats,
a new
guy.
home for you, which would be
All right.
in Dallas.
Is there any chance at all that the Mavericks trade Cooper Flag to the Lakers? Is that possible?
Okay, say that again.
Well, the way the Mavericks gave the Lakers Luka, is there any way that maybe they just want to give the Lakers Cooper
No.
Flag also? That's not possible.
Cappy, I literally just explained to you
Yeah.
that there are 14 representative from each team
Yeah.
in this room
Right.
when the lottery is being decided
Right.
and these balls are being pulled out.
Yeah, I got all that.
But you're saying could they draft him and then trade him?
Yeah, just have him. Here, hey, would you guys like Cooper Flag? Hey, let me ask you a question. How'd you guys like Luka last year? We liked him a lot. He was great.
Hey,
how would you guys like Cooper Flag?
The Mavs
would you like
look
that?
like they're going to be a much better team than the Lakers next year.
How about this? How about
I
this?
don't know about that.
Hey,
You don't think so?
How about this? Bring. Hey, Rob. Hey, it's Nico. Hey, how about this? would you like to have Cooper Flag? We'll take Austin Reaves off your hand. How about that? Is that
listen,
okay?
How about this? Can we push back Radio Tune into 445 so we can actually have a real discussion about this?
Who are you going to have it with? Not us.
But first, so let's go to break. We'll be back in a moment.
Looking for all things black and gold? Tap into LAFC Plus, hosted by Dave Denholm and Mario Ruiz.
This is LAFC Plus. He's Mario Ruiz. I'm Dave Denholm.
React to the latest match. Get ready for the upcoming game. Get exclusive interviews. Plus, a look around the rest of the MLS.
This is what LA is about. Not just being in the big games, but also winning.
New episodes of LAFC Plus drop weekly. Available everywhere you get your podcasts and on the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Wow, that's a little fire.
LeBron also, he's on your side. He believes it's rigged.
Who's he laughing at the
And
Lakers?
he would know.
Or is he laughing at the Lakers in that tweet?
No, I don't believe it.
What are we playing? Is this
It's like
Roxette?
Roxette.
No, I just guessed. Yesterday, May 11th on 1991, the number one hit was Roxette, Joyride. I've never heard this song. Pot it up.
It was their second hit after She's Got the Look.
I didn't know they had a second hit.
There you go. Now you know.
Now you do.
It's also National Nutty Fudge Day. Cappy?
Nutty fudge.
You like some nutty fudge?
Maybe that's how Bergman got his pink eye. Oh my God.
Good night, everyone.
I hope you're watching YouTube, people, so you can see George. Oh, my God.
Wow. We should have cut that up for the Mandy's or the Cappies or whatever we call it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
So, George, the lottery.
Oh, that hurt. That one hurt.
That's not nice at all.
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm just looking up LeBron's tweets.
Fuck with some.
434 in the Southland. Sedano, go ahead.
Yeah, listen, people, they're. I know it's going to sound like, hey, you're just going to say this because you work. I'm just telling you, I know what happens in these rooms. Not that I've been in one, but I've had friends who have been in these rooms.
You know what they tell you.
What are they going to lie to me? Like you think somebody?
They
You
could
don't
be
think
being
honestly?
lied
If you
to.
seriously, do you think that the entire history? There are people who have been in those rooms who no longer cover the NBA as a media member. By the way, there are executives who have been in that room who are no longer associated with the NBA. You think after all these years, somebody wouldn't have said, "Oh yeah, the whole thing's rigged"?
No.
Even if they're not associated.
But what
with
if it's a tight circle? What if these people don't know? What if it's a tight circle? It's just a few people that control
Right, but
things.
what I'm saying, Chris, is there's 14 representatives in there, plus at least one media member. Like, they would know if it's rigged.
I'm not saying it's
in the
rigged.
room.
It just seems interesting. You can at least admit that. It seems interesting.
I don't disagree with that at all. But it's why I think David Stern was the best commissioner in sports history because
he was.
Because of what he did for the NBA. I mean, they were literally on tape delay in the finals to what it became. But he also embraced all of the wrestling stuff. Yeah. Like, he was like, yeah, bring it on. I don't care. You know? He was the first commissioner getting booed at the draft. Yes. And was like, yeah, bring it on. Let's go.
Roger Goodell has done amazing, but Roger Goodell had a pretty prime product that he just took to new heights. David Stern,
he
built it. Yeah, he built it.
I have a question. If it's not rigged, then why don't they just draw the ping pong balls out in public on TV? Just like they do with the regular lottery.
Linz, don't try to make sense of the whole thing.
I'm just saying, if they want to shut everybody up, then why don't they just do it like they do a regular lottery, you know?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer. I'm sure
Why is
there's
it
a
so
reason
secret?
for it, but I don't know. But again, you sound like a conspiracy theorist when you say, well, just do it out in the open. Like, the whole point.
I mean, that's a very, very, very logical solution, isn't it?
Is it or is it not? I don't know the reasoning behind it. I'm sure we could find out, but I'm sure there's a reason they've always done it the way they've done it. By the way, after the whole New York Knicks thing, that's when they brought in a third party to do this, like this Ernst & Young or whatever, that does that. They do like the Oscars too and all these other award shows. So
what do you guys think right now Anthony Davis is doing?
He's doing cartwheels.
You think
right
Anthony
now.
Davis is sitting?
He's got to be happy.
You think he's here in L.A. somewhere watching this,
laughing,
and he's seeing?
He's wondering if this is like part of the prank show he does on TNT.
Yes.
Right. He's seeing LeBron's tweet. LeBron has 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got about 10 laughing emojis. So is LeBron saying this thing's rigged? Look how screwed up it is. We got Luka and they gave Dallas the first pick. Or is LeBron laughing at what? What's so funny?
Look at what McMiniman just wrote.
What do you say?
Said this year seemed just as storybook with Dallas winning just months after getting their fan base with the Luka trade. But save yourself the conspiracy theories. Life is just actually stranger than fiction. It does happen that time sometimes. Like, I mean, okay, you can believe whatever conspiracy theories you want and wear the tinfoil hats, but it's just not the reality of it.
Like when the Cavs got Kyrie, they got that pick after
They
LeBron
got it 3
came back.
times.
And then also, what about when they got the pick, the Pelicans?
But my point is this: they got Anthony Bennett too. Like you don't count that one.
What about the Pelicans when they got the Zion
get him,
pick
Lindsay.
right after they got AD?
Yeah.
Okay, again. But give me the 45 years
Listen,
of the
I'm not the
lottery,
only one who thinks it's
Lindsay.
a little sus,
give me
okay?
the 45 years of the lottery where it happens, where you make it seem like that happens every time. That doesn't happen every time.
I never
Because
said that.
every year there are teams that do something stupid or hit hard luck or whatever, and it doesn't always end up happening. As a matter of fact, if anything, why haven't the Knicks won the lottery since Patrick Ewing in 1984?
Yeah, why?
Because people are going to watch them anyway.
Why? No, that's not true. They were like the laughingstock of the entire sports world for 20 years.
But yet everyone still watch. All the fans still watch, right?
They're fans, but the rest of them don't. They watch them to mock them, if anything.
Listen, I'm not the only one who thinks it's sus. That's all.
Sus it is. To be sure, it is sus. You think that the NBA said to the ownership of the Mavericks, hey, look, people, relax. Stop with the threats of moving to Vegas. We're going to take good care of you. All right? You guys gave up Luka. We're going to take really good care of you. Don't worry about it.
I just saw this on Twitter.
Let me hear.
This guy says the coup de grace would be Nico actually taking Ace Bailey and not taking Cooper Flag.
That would be amazing.
I'm still of the opinion that Nico might call Rob and go, hey, you want Cooper Flag? He's yours.
Jesus.
Hey, have everything. You want AD back? Nah, we had him. You want Cooper Flag? Yeah, we'd like him.
Hey,
what is LeBron
you trade
laughing
Austin
at?
Reaves,
I was
yeah.
thinking about Nutty Fudge Day.
Nutty Fudge Day? It's a good
I'm
day.
still laughing at that.
What do you think? What is LeBron laughing at? Like, is LeBron laughing?
He believes like Lindsay believes.
Everybody thinks.
So you mean to tell me that the king is no longer wearing a crown? He's wearing an aluminum foil hat?
He might be.
Kevin Love
damn.
tweeted. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, Kevin Love tweeted it.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a lot of players that are just tweeting.
Okay,
these
but
laughing
none of.
emojis.
By the way, LeBron's never been on the lottery panel, so what would he know that goes on in there?
Oh, damn,
Clearly
LeBron,
he
you don't know
doesn't
nothing
know.
about no lottery
And
panel.
by the way, they didn't make the playoffs the first 2 years, so
Damn.
ball knowers.
LeBron, you don't know nothing.
Yeah, what's Trudell think? Did Trudell tweet?
Ball
He
knowers.
should just tweet #ball knowers.
Somebody, this guy's funny. Leo says Sedano also probably thinks the Earth's round.
Oh, God. It's not. You should get over that already.
Oh,
It's
my
not.
God.
It's flat. Ask Kyrie. Here's a guy in our live YouTube chat that his name is It's the Gary. He says, this is the most rigged lottery I've ever seen in any sport. Absolutely crazy. What other lotteries do you watch and what other sports? It's a Gary.
There's not really other lotteries.
I don't really
think
know.
there's any
I don't really know
lotteries,
of any.
Yeah.
I mean, I barely watched this one.
And you didn't even understand it.
I had no understanding.
We had to explain it to you 6 times,
By
and
the
you
way,
still didn't get
still
it.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Still do not understand what
Yeah.
you explained.
Yeah.
But I'm going to learn it.
Yeah.
Hockey as a draft lottery, according to Reese.
Thank you, Reese.
Really?
Way to go, Reese.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Reese.
Wow, we really look like idiots that we didn't know that.
No, and you know who's got the number one pick in the lottery? Did you guys know?
Wow.
Who won the lottery this year? The Dallas Stars. Now explain that. Explain that. There's a conspiracy out there, Lindsay.
Hey, just like the Shohei Ohtani conspiracy.
Shohei Ohtani.
The draft lottery implemented in the NHL in 1995.
Wow, we really look like
Well,
idiots.
the thing is, 1994 is my cutoff.
Oh,
With
okay.
NHL 94.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
It's been 30 years. You know, we just didn't know.
I mean, we just got back.
Right. It was thanks to the Kings.
Self-admitted. We just got back.
Cap, did you know that the WNBA, the first overall pick goes to the Dallas team, too?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Paige Beckers went to
really?
Dallas.
Dallas, see?
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
that?
Dallas is really coming up.
Right. Surprise the
Coming up
Cowboys.
big.
Cowboys will have the
Everything's
first
coming up
overall
Dallas.
pick next year.
I mean, they might, actually.
The Cowboys are going to have the first pick. Seriously, George Pickens is going to take them down. Wow. What a crazy day. Seriously, I'm blown away by what I just saw. The Dallas Mavericks get the number one overall pick when they gave away, handed off.
They did.
Luka Doncic.
Cap, let me ask you a question.
Go
as
ahead.
a non-ball knower.
Yeah. What do you mean non-ball
Okay,
knower?
as a semi-ball knower.
I'm just a non-draft lottery knower.
Not non-draft lottery knower. What other team would there be like? Would it be even crazier / funnier / more entertaining if they got the number one pick?
I mean, the Spurs would have been. I mean, if you put anybody with Wemby, people would have been like, "Whoa!"
I was thinking the Lakers.
People would have thought it was rigged if you put him with Wemby.
I mean, the Lakers weren't even in the top
question.
14.
Listen, no question about it. Any of those top three teams. The Sixers, too. Oh, they lost Embiid. Paul George got hurt. They want to make Philadelphia matter, the top 4 market in the country. They could have made. You could have come up with a conspiracy theory for all 3 of them.
I think that the Luka trade that has gone down.
Agreed, that's number one.
The biggest.
But I will tell you, if it would have been the Spurs or the Sixers, DeAndre, true or untrue, they could have absolutely come up with a conspiracy theory for the other 2.
For sure, 100%.
Wouldn't be as sexy, though, as Dallas. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean,
No,
Philadelphia has
definitely
not. At least Dallas has won a championship in recent memory. Philadelphia hasn't won since Dr. J. Okay, was the lead man there.
Dallas was going to be good even without Cooper Flag.
Right.
Well,
now they got Cooper Flag.
And the Texas
Look
Rangers
out.
have the number one overall pick, by the way, in the Major League Baseball draft. Just
But
to
you
let
could have
everybody
made
know.
the case for
True.
Wemby too. Oh, you just want Wemby to win a championship. You want the Spurs.
Oh, you feel bad for Pop. He retired.
Right.
He's now El Jefe.
That absolutely
Right.
would have been
Oh,
what
Pop.
people would have
Right.
said.
It's a Pop thing.
Right?
Right. Pop.
Yeah.
Pop's now the
Pop.
president. Right.
Exactly.
Right. He's El Jefe.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Sixers would have been that. It would have been Embiid and all that.
Right. Oh, Embiid, man.
Yeah, he
you know,
was there. He
Paul
pulled
George.
the ball
Paul
out
George.
himself.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Paul George gets hurt, really, bro?
Because you listen, if out of those markets,
Yeah.
I mean, Philly's the bigger market of all of them.
But Dallas gave away the biggest star
I get
this
it,
year,
but
and now has the top
But my
pick.
point is, we literally just came up with 3 conspiracies for the top 3 teams.
None of them are as sexy as this conspiracy that we're pushing.
I get it. That's fine. It is the sexiest of the 3, but you could have had 3. There's
Cap,
no doubt.
Do you think that LeBron would have tweeted 8 laughing emojis if the other teams got the pick?
If Philadelphia gets it,
Probably.
LeBron's like, nah.
He would have had maybe not 8, but he bought maybe 3.
Oh,
instead.
3 instead of 8.
I don't think he would have wasted his time.
How about a couple of
I
glasses
mean, he's
of
clearly
wine
watching.
emojis?
He's like rehabbing for the next 6 weeks. So what else is he doing?
Rehabbing from what? Wow.
His knee injury.
What?
What do you mean, wow? It's true.
He's in pain, man. You know, the king is limping, man.
Remember, Cap, he missed the Met Gala.
Oh, right.
He's hurt.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He had to send
he's
his
rehabbing.
queen
Oh, yeah.
instead.
He did send the queen.
Hey, you know what?
Tell me.
Sports is full of rivalries, Cappy.
It is?
So before we get to Radio Tinder, teams usually kick it up a notch in those rivalry games. You know who's my guy Jacob's rival?
Tell me.
The insurance company. So if you get into an accident, you call them at 844-24-JACOB. Tell them Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 send you. Every day is a rivalry game for Jacob. But that's okay because Jacob has scouted the competition. He knows what they'll try to do. Jacob is able to counteract their attempts to lowball you, and you don't have to pay a penny out of pocket. That's right. Jacob able to get you the settlement that you deserve, and you pay absolutely nothing until you win your case. Jacob's been doing this since the 90s, okay? Even before the NHL draft lottery, okay, it was instituted. Experience matters. When you're dealing with an insurance company, man, they will try to take you to the cleaners, okay? So don't take a chance. Call Jacob. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Let him continue to beat his rival on your behalf. So call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com. And if you or a loved one have been injured or lost property due to the recent wildfires, please call Jacob for a free case evaluation. And together, we will rebuild.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
So here's the weird part about Fernando, and you know how much I love Fernando.
Yeah, yeah.
Fernando, at the time, felt like he was a little chubby. He really wasn't. Like, if you go back and look at
He's
him...
Lucas skinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like when I think of, like, heavy, you figure, like, kind of like, oh, my gosh, dude, do something with yourself.
Yeah.
Fernando just had a big face. Like,
He looked-
Fernando had a lot of face.
I had to stop. He looked fat.
He wasn't Bartholomew, right? If you just saw him from the chin up, you'd be like, dude.
You know who else looks fat from the neck up? Matthew Stafford.
Oh, yeah.
If you just saw his shot from the neck up, you wouldn't know left tackle or quarterback.
Double chin, right? The double chin, right?
It's the double chin.
Double chin.
It's as someone who also has a lot of face, and I've grown more face as I've gotten older, mostly above my eyebrows. Yeah, I've grown some face.
Yeah.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
You think I could post that on Instagram?
Sure. Go ahead.
Feel free.
What is this?
As the world turns, we think.
Oh, 448.
Not big on the soaps, you know.
You didn't go Incredible Hulk or The Wonder Years? Anyway.
Hulk was a show? I thought it was a movie.
No, Hulk was a show, man.
It aired on TV, too.
bad.
Yeah. What was the guy's name who played...
Radio Tinder Time, we like to play a TV theme. On this day in 1995, daytime soap opera As the World Turns aired its 10,000th episode.
As the World Turns, which network was that? Was that CBS?
I think it was CBS, like in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a daytime soap, afternoon.
Wait.
Oh, my God. Careful. That actually had stuff in it. Could have hurt somebody.
Hey, Bill Bixby, does that sound like the right name? Lou Ferrigno was the Hulk.
Yeah.
But who was the actor that would get mad and then become the Hulk? Was that Bill Bixby?
That he would play, what was the guy's name? What was the character's name?
It's also Twilight Zone Day. We could have played that.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram.
Well, hang on. Wait, we could redo it,
Oh, don't forget about our new sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers.
Love those guys.
Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R.
Bruce Banner.
Bruce
Banner.
Or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale. Beats wholesale. What's this?
The Twilight Zone. You are writing as well as acting executive producer on this one.
What are you
Who controls the final
It's
product?
supposed to be it says it's the Twilight Zone theme.
Bruce Banner was the name of the character.
The doctor, yeah.
But Bill Bixby was the name
of the actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's only major market radio. It's okay.
Hey, we're all having our own
That's
conversation.
right there, Twilight Zone theme.
Yeah.
Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, so NBA stars Kemba Walker and Russell Westbrook have launched a new business. It's AI funeral services.
What?
Yes. So basically, the company's called Easewell, E-A-Z-E-Well, and it's basically a concierge, a digital concierge that helps people make all of the decisions they need to make when a loved one passes away.
That actually is very helpful.
That's what I said. I said this is genius because
That is. I just didn't know what it was.
The
So
market is
now
like-
that you explained it, it's great.
cornered by it's like the funeral right now. The funeral homes basically control everything.
Mhm.
They outsource everything.
Yeah.
This way you can pick things yourself, and
Right.
it's probably a lot less expensive.
Yeah.
Because
No, for sure.
A funeral director is going to charge you for every single little thing. So this app, I guess it's supposed to be. It's like currently in the testing stages.
Is it
and
in beta right
yes,
now?
beta.
Oh, there
Yep.
you go.
But
That's
it's
software talk for you.
Yes, exactly. Cappy knows that from Cited. So anyway, I wanted to ask you guys, you think that this is going to work? Swipe left or swipe right?
I mean, I think it's an interesting concept for sure.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Swipe right for me.
I have pretty much resigned myself to asking ChatGPT how to do everything. So, like, for example, yesterday I was trying to connect my Sonos speaker to a new Wi-Fi network, and I could not figure it out. So I asked ChatGPT, and it told me step by step what to do. Of course, I still couldn't figure it out, but at least it had answers for me. If somebody were to die, could I go to ChatGPT and go, hey, somebody died, what do I do?
Well, this it will help you get funeral home quotes, so you can compare how much it costs. It automates your paperwork, and then it will produce like a DocuSign for you to sign, and then it offers different financing options. So I think it's a really good idea because it's something that you get ripped off really easily on that stuff because
No doubt.
somebody dies, you're grieving, you're upset.
Well, and there's a little bit of a price gouging aspect
Right,
to it when
totally.
it's sudden.
100%.
That's why, I mean, my parents, not to be super morbid, did this years and years, decades almost in advance because it's just way more reasonable when you do it that far in advance.
My parents also, same thing. Like, my parents will talk to me about this. They're like, when we go, we're already all taken care of. Everything's done.
Yes.
All you got to do is show up, say a couple of nice things about us, and move on.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well, you
like,
got to deal with the paperwork.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think people of our generation do this.
No. But it's not, it's actually a smart idea to do it if
you can afford to do it and you can pay for all your funeral costs and caskets and you've picked out your casket and you know exactly where you're going to be.
Yeah.
If you can afford to do it, it really does save the people.
My parents wanted cremation. My dad did, and
Yeah.
we did it, and then my mom wants it too. Like, she doesn't want, she's like, put the urn in my dad is in like a mausoleum, and my mom's like, put me in there too. It's already paid for. We're good.
Okay.
The only thing we'd need to pay for is the cremation.
How much?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up in the paperwork. It might have already been paid for. I don't know.
Cappy's got a guy. If you need
If you need a guy,
You got a
guy.
cremator?
I got a guy. He'll
Yeah.
take care of it, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you know.
But I'll be very sensitive, of course.
I appreciate that. Yes.
Like I was last week with Mike Trudell.
Come on, man.
I mean, that was such a foot in my mouth
Oh,
moment.
my God. It was
the face that George made.
Oh
was
my
really
God.
rough.
God, it was great.
You knew immediately
as soon
that
as
he was dead when I
said that. As soon as I saw your face, I
No,
was
he
like,
didn't
no.
because he came and showed us. Where were we?
We were at the Santa Fe Springs Little League.
Oh yeah, and
I'm like, you see what
Kathy's
happened
like,
yesterday?
Did you see
No,
what
no,
happened?
but you knew after I made the face that he had
100%.
passed away.
I'm like, I didn't know
Yeah.
that in advance.
Yeah, right.
It's an honest mistake.
I don't remember him saying it in front of you. I knew, obviously, for many years, but yeah. Because he passed away while we were all working together. Yeah.
Because then he sent me his Instagram of him mentioning it, and it was from like 2016 or something.
No
like that.
chance.
Yeah,
but you weren't here then.
No.
Right.
I didn't know.
So it was an honest
doing
mistake.
medium market
So you know what?
radio.
Annie was right. He went a little hard on you for no reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Me and Annie, we're tight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her if she wants to go down to the South Bay tomorrow night and have a little dinner.
With
That's
Mike.
a man's
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah, but invite them to the dinner.
Mike, the Trudells, as a
the
family.
Trudells.
So you
And
and
you
I
can
are
invite
going to
the
go to
kid
dinner with the Trudells?
and the kids.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the kids.
Riggs?
Rigatoni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's
Rigatoni.
next, Lindsay?
All right, so I need to get your guys' thoughts on this. So the Browns, remember, they traded down the second pick to number 5 with the Jags and ended up picking Mason Graham from Michigan with the number 5 pick. Well, this past week was Browns rookie minicamp, and there was a lot of videos and photos that emerged of Mason Graham just barfing his brains out at his first practice.
Yikes.
So, of course, Cleveland fans being how they are, they're just ripping this kid because they're like, oh, welcome to the NFL, rookie. I want to ask you guys, is this kid just like getting sick at his first ever NFL practice? Do you think that's a big deal?
I'm sure that happens way more than you know. Like, I'm sure plenty of guys, their first actual NFL practice are either A, nervous, and B, also winded, right? Because it's a different level of physicality. So it probably happens a lot. We just don't catch them all on video.
I mean, they've got like green stuff like spraying out of his mouth in the plain dealer.
Kevin Stefanski said that he had too many wings at lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are serving your players wings before practice?
And then Stefanski said the NBA lottery is on the up and up.
Yeah, he did say that. He did exactly
Sorry,
that.
George.
He also said that Shohei Ohtani knew nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Shohei Ohtani.
All right, one more.
Tush push.
So I'm going to this dinner, right?
Or no? All right, go ahead.
I was going to leave at 5.
We're done with Radio Tinder then, I guess.
So do I go on this dinner?
You're leaving at 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
By the way, Radio Tinder brought to you by our friends, the Crazy Hernandez brothers. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to the website, hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Yeah, so you guys can do I'll be gone for the 5 o'clock hour. You can get in depth, so I won't bother you.
That's okay, because we have a lot to get to, as a matter of fact, George and I. We've got a bunch of football stuff to get to. We got some LeBron stuff
But I'll
to
be
get
back
to.
tomorrow for Live Imaging Tuesday. Do I go on this dinner?
You're going to double dip?
Do I go on the dinner?
Questioning it because
Just
of the
wear the
pink
goggles.
eye? Wear your sunglasses.
But I don't want to get pink eye.
I mean, especially...
Let me see if pink eye affects the heart.
Right, because it could. Because when you're coming off congenitive heart failure...
Congestive heart failure.
That, too. You get pink heart. And that is like...
Pink heart?
Yeah. Oh, it's bad.
No,
it's a bad
pink,
condition.
Pink eye conjunctivitis
See? It's
typically
close.
does not directly affect the heart. While pink eye is often a symptom of a viral infection, which can spread
I just got over bronchitis because
other
of Tommy.
parts. It doesn't usually cause heart problems on its own. However, a more serious heart condition can manifest as eye problems, as it's important to be aware of potential heart issues when experiencing pink eye, especially if accompanied by other symptoms like fatigue and trouble breathing.
Wow.
It
You
says
got to be
it's
careful.
spread
Your
through
vision,
direct contact.
your vision could get really damaged, and then Tommy will walk you across the street to the East Central, and you can't see anything. It just put you out in the middle of the street.
He would too.
That
That rat.
Him and Bergie. Like, no, we got you. We got you. You're good. They just throw you out in the middle of traffic, like after a Laker game. You know what I mean? Just walking on Figueroa.
All right, well, good luck on the dinner.
You want to know what CDC says? They said that pink eye, specifically when caused by viral or bacterial infections, can be contagious and spread from person to person through close personal contact, contact with droplets from the air, or when a person coughs or sneezes. That's
So
infected.
just sit really far away.
Just I'll make sure Bergman doesn't spit on me.
Tell him to wear a mask.
Just wear the goggles. You got those
wear
goggles.
the Kareem goggles.
How about one of those welder masks that he could put on?
Or
Bergie?
James Worthy. Those
I
were
don't
like a
have any
bit
of that
wider.
stuff with
Yes,
me.
you do.
Bring some
There-
gloves, too. Get some gloves.
You got that stuff under your desk.
idea.
There's those goggles and
What are
stuff.
you doing
from the
under my desk?
construction.
Yellow.
I put the stuff in there. I put it in there when we cleaned out the studio.
Was
There's
that when
like-
I was gone? You guys are going rummaging through my
No,
office?
remember
Oh,
we had the
We're
the
using it as a
goggles.
storage unit.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy. No, Tommy was like, "Oh, this guy's definitely dead." So
Right.
let's start
No,
using
no.
is
You got to put stuff in there. Go ahead.
Remember when you guys did the bobbleheads and you crushed them and you all had the goggles on? I put them all in a box and put them under your desk.
Oh,
George, you get back. I'm leaving. You get out. You can do 30 minutes nonstop
I'm just
of water.
wondering what you. No, I'm just thinking about like them actually stuffing stuff in your office.
Oh, exactly. That's what they were doing.
The hard hat in there too.
All right, we're done here. All right, 30 minutes nonstop. Good luck with your dinner.
Wednesday night, it's a clash of Western Conference giants. LAFC takes on Seattle Sounders at BMO Stadium in a rivalry that's grown fierce, fast, and full of drama.
It has really been a nice rivalry developing. I hate to say that. Not so nice sometimes on the pitch.
Two of the biggest clubs in the West. One electric night in downtown LA. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. LAFC, Seattle, Wednesday night.
Right now at Park West Bicycle Casino, the progressive jackpot is over $3 million, and when it hits, it'll be the biggest jackpot ever won at any LA card room. Poker, blackjack, ultimate Texas Hold'em, even baccarat, all eligible for the progressive. Brand new players who sign up for their player rewards get $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino, where the stakes are high and the rewards are massive.
Please gamble responsibly. Problemgambling.ca.gov. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGR-001291. GEAR-001292. GEAR-001298. BSIS license number 1358. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland. Turn it up, man. Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Cap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing. Thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit RFR710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Cap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Yeah. You ready? Here we go. Boom, ba-dum-bum. Yeah. Bring it up. Boom, ba-dum-bum.
Ba-dum-bum-bum.
What a day we're having already. I'll tell you that right now. What a day. George, over my shoulder is this Boston, New York game.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on.
Your Knicks are down 4 right now in the first. I think this will be a close game today. Like in the sense of like, I mean, they've been close finishes in the first 2 games, but I think like the whole way this one will be relatively close is my point. Because as you get further and further into a series, usually, the Cavs a bit of an outlier because you have injuries and whatnot. But if the teams are generally at full strength, the games should get tighter as the series goes on because there's only so much you can do. Like the teams know each other at this point.
Well, I'm still pulling for the Knicks in this thing, to which I will say,
I think the Celtics could win 4 in a row.
Go New York, go New York, go! Yeah, tell him, Jesse. Go New York, go New York, go!
Who's Jesse?
He's the guy whose song. He's the
But
the
is
artist.
that really a song?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I only knew of the Ninja Turtles version where it was like, go Ninja, go Ninja.
But that was
go.
Vanilla Ice, though.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't the original.
No, Vanilla Ice likes to rip people off.
Yeah.
This guy who wrote this song and who performed this song, this is way back when. This is probably in the 90s. His name is Jesse Itzler.
Yeah.
Does that name sound familiar to you?
No.
His wife, you'll know who she is. Her name is Sarah. I'm going to get it. She's the woman who created Spanx. You don't know who that is?
No.
You guys have never heard of this woman?
No.
She's a billionaire.
I know what Spanx are.
She created Spanx. He not only first he was a rapper, then this guy Jesse Itzler, I've known him for years. He started what's called NetJets, which is like fractional ownership of private planes.
Yeah.
And that's how he kind of got started. And now between the two of them, I'm trying to remember what her last name is. Blakely. I think it's Sarah Blakely.
But you knew him when he made this song up?
Yeah, way back when. Yeah, they're like a power couple now, like total power couple.
Did he give you a shout out at the end?
He did not. We were not.
You know,
we
they
were
do
not
that, like
kinda
shout out
tight.
to.
No, we weren't that kind of tight.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just got really hungry.
Yeah, me too. Me too. You know where I'm going tonight for dinner?
Yeah, you're going like to Joey's or whatever.
I'm going to Joey, not Joey's.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey.
You see, Joey?
Come on, Joey.
Do me a favor, Joey.
Do me a favor, Joey. Will you please, Joey? You're my brother, right, Joey?
Look at George's face right now.
So
do me a favor, Joey.
Do me a favor, will you, Joey? So tonight, yes, I'm going all the way out to Woodland Hills again. And tonight, back to
In
Joey.
this traffic?
Well, you know, Linz, the reservation's at 7:30.
Oh, and you made it in plenty of time last time, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll go out there and, you know, then I'll go see Joey.
I mean, traffic is different on a day-to-day basis, you know.
Yeah. But the food there is spectacular.
Although
I
a
will
little
say.
lighter, I thought, getting to downtown today for some reason. I don't remember. I don't know why.
It was. Now that you mentioned that. Friday was terrible.
I flew today.
Fridays are always
Friday was
brutal.
really bad.
Like they're rough. Yeah.
No problem.
Tie ball game, Cappy.
Hour 40 today.
22. All knotted up.
All right, who do I got to know at this radio station that can turn on the TV for me? You know what I'm saying?
There's a remote right there.
Come on, Joey.
I mean, can you handle this?
Come on, Joey. You're my brother, right, Joey? Come on.
Joey?
Come on. Turn on the TV for me, will you, Joey?
Do me a favor, Joey.
Come on, Joey. Do me a favor, will you? Turn on the TV. You're my brother, right, Joey? Nice job out of you.
Hell
Joey.
yeah.
Nice job. Really good job. All right. All right, 22-22. 2:44 to go.
Porzingis at the free throw line.
Maybe could you do me a favor, George, and maybe like make that TV like a little lighter over there?
How about we just put that one?
You know,
on then
because
for
I
you?
mean, it's,
listen, I don't know how
it's
to.
very
mess with-
dark. Very
You
dark.
want him to change the contrast
Very
now?
dark picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to deal
You
with
don't
that.
know how to do that, huh?
At least not during the show.
Oh,
How about in
okay.
the break? I'll
All
figure
right,
that out
all
for
right.
you.
Appreciate that.
Anyway, so if you just tuned in, the Dallas Mavericks won the draft lottery.
They won it?
Yes.
Wasn't.
I mean, you think it's rigged. That's
It's like-
fine.
it's like
Everybody's going to
wrestling.
think it's rigged.
They
I
They
literally
were
have like
awarded the number one pick.
everyone in there. Oh, I did make us our reservation for tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, you did?
So everyone thinks it's rigged, and that's fine. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to fight with it. Like, who
Okay.
cares? Like,
Okay.
honestly, I think it's even better. Oh, the Knicks took the lead. I actually think it's better for the sport if people think it's rigged. Go ahead.
I got a.
The script writers are out. Go ahead.
There's a tweet here from a group called Legion Hoops.
I'm sure that the script writers controlled everything. The Lakers wouldn't have lost in the first round to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So.
Do you know who Legion Hoops is on Twitter?
I do.
Okay, they got almost 1 million followers, and they've got a picture of Adam Silver, and they've quoted, Nico, go ahead and trade Luka to L.A. I'll make sure you guys get the number one pick this summer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
Well, Legion Hoops doesn't have to answer to anybody, and also has no actual idea of how anything works.
okay,
So
you hear that, Legion Hoops? You guys don't know.
They're just
squat.
an aggregator site, which I like. They're funny. I think it's hilarious. It's a funny meme. I get it, but it's
Yeah,
they're there to farm engagement as they should.
farm that engagement.
So Cappy,
Yo, tell me.
you've been rooting for the old guys, as you said,
It's true.
and Warriors look like they're in trouble right
Well,
now.
listen, let me say something about the Warriors. As Lindsay will tell you that her Cavaliers are soft because they have not had their full complement of players throughout this series.
Yeah.
No, those are two different things. A, they're injured. B, they're soft. Two different things.
But so they're not injured because
No,
they're
but they're
soft?
they're two separate reasons,
Yes.
is what she's
Yes,
saying.
they're two
okay.
completely different things.
Okay,
Like,
I thought they were just injured because they're soft.
But they're
No.
no, they're not injured because they're soft.
they're
also-
injured and they're soft.
correct.
Oh, they're both.
Yes.
It's
Oh.
injured, comma
Yes.
soft.
Okay,
They're
so
not. One does not
is
affect
what
the
she's
other.
saying.
Gotcha. So they're both injured and they're soft.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the case
That's
of
not nice at all.
it is not nice at all. But in the case of Golden State, they are injured and hard.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going to come out tonight, Golden State, and they're going to give you everything they got.
I mean, they played a great game in Game 3.
But without Steph Curry, and listen, I'm not saying they can't win a game without Steph Curry.
They can.
They did essentially, right? in
Where
game
he got
one.
lost in the first 13 minutes,
Right.
or after the first 13 minutes. Yeah.
But the likelihood of Golden State being able to win this series against Minnesota, a younger, healthier team that has caught a lot of fire here in this postseason, or so we all think.
Right.
The likelihood of them being able to do that without Steph Curry, very, very low.
Right.
But then on the other hand, if you have a 1.3% chance, you might all of a sudden get the top pick in the draft
I
lottery.
was literally just going to say that. You say it's unlikely. However, crazier things
By
have
the way,
happened.
the Warriors got the number 2 pick a couple of years ago, and they blew that.
They did.
It was Jonathan Wiseman.
Oh, yeah. What happened to him? Is he still playing?
He was hurt this year. He got
Is he
out
in
for
the
the
G
year.
League somewhere?
No, he was playing for. He was in Detroit last year, but he was somewhere else this
Is
year.
he better than Bronny?
I mean, I think as a prospect, he was certainly better than Bronny.
But I mean, like right now in 2025.
Well, he's not. I mean, I think he had like a devastating knee injury.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he's had some rough luck on top of everything else.
It says here he was recently with the Pacers.
Pacers, that's who it was.
Is he still with the Pacers right now?
He's probably rehabbing
He's
through the Pacers. I would
Sitting on their
imagine.
bench on a DNP?
Well, I don't know if he's on a DNP. He's probably like, in some sort of rehab situation.
So I have been rooting for the older teams. I'm rooting for Denver.
Me too.
I'm mostly rooting for Denver.
I think they're toast now, unfortunately.
I'm not so sure.
I don't. I'm with you, Cappy.
I'm not so sure.
I mean, they've done something to Jokic that nobody's been able to do.
Well,
mama.
You were there these last 2 games. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it because honestly, I'm watching it on television.
Yeah.
And when I'm watching it on television, I'm also probably distracted by my phone.
Right.
So I'm not.
And Rachel.
That too.
Yeah.
I'm not watching it like I'm in the arena and I can actually see it up close and personal. So you tell me, what is going?
So Jokic, here's what Jokic likes to operate. And I'm going to use some basketball lingo that's going to be funny because you're not going to get it, but
I'm gonna get
DeAndre's
it
going
all.
to totally get it.
Listen, if you're a ball knower, you'll get it.
He likes to operate at the nail, Cappy.
Oh, the nail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where the nail is?
Yeah, like when you're about to put something into the wall and you
Where on
hammer
the
it
floor
down.
is the nail?
The nail.
We're going to teach the audience
okay,
too.
Go ahead. Where's the nail?
Take a guess.
I'm going to guess it's right next to the basket, and it's in the bigger block in the free throw line.
In the restricted area?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
No, it's a little further back. It's
Okay.
actually the nail is like the middle of the free throw line.
Okay, the nail. He likes to
So
operate the nail.
you're not too far.
Well, I mean, I'm on a basketball court.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a nail to?
And you're in the painted area.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
So he likes to operate there.
Yeah.
And, or at the elbows, right, in that general area. But he likes to operate there. And the problem is the OKC Thunder, the reason they had the best defense in the sport, in my opinion, is because they're so athletic and so long with a lot of their guys and so fast that they can cover the gaps in a way that most teams can't. And they also have so much depth, too. That also helps, I think, the cause, too, in a lot of ways. So Jokic and the Nuggets, what Jokic doesn't want, even though he scores a ton, he doesn't want to be primarily a scorer. They're at their best when he's a facilitator. But when he's at the nail, they've got a guy guarding him, obviously, but then they've got guys shading him in the gaps. So he doesn't have really anywhere to go to. He can't drive to the basket easily. And what happens is because guys are shading him, they're quick enough to recover to guys who are either out on the wing or even guys who are cutting. They're quick enough to have a cross match situation. So he doesn't have an easy outlet from there. So if you notice, he's been incredibly inefficient from a shot perspective the last 3 games, because if you look at a lot of his shots, and I'm almost positive, I haven't specifically looked this up, but I feel like in the ones I watched, a lot of it is at the end of the shot clock when he's shooting the ball, right? Particularly from that part of the floor, because he's just all right, there's nothing here. I'm going to try to hand it off to Murray. Murray's going to get it back to him. And then it's crap, it's 5 seconds left. All right, I just got to shoot it. So it's already tough enough to shoot at the end of the shot clock, but also OKC is got this incredible personnel because of their makeup that allows them to be able to guard him in a way that most teams can't. So because of Jokic, who's the head of the snake, he's their hub, struggling, then the rest of the guys aren't able to get shots as easily as they normally can.
Okay, that's a great explanation. So now here we are, it's 2-2. Both teams have taken a game on the road. We're tied up at 2. Go back to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma City will win Game 5.
Yeah.
I think Denver will go home.
I think it'll be over in 6.
Okay, I'm going to take Denver to win Game 6.
Yeah.
And then in a Game 7, where Denver has already beaten Oklahoma City on their home floor, Oklahoma City's, then it's a crapshoot for me at that point. So I'm still...
if it gets to a Game 7, I agree with you. It's a crapshoot. I just don't think it'll get there now.
I'm still hoping that Denver can pull this off somehow.
I will say this. If I was going to be critical about the league about one thing, in my first quarter interview with Chet Holmgren, I mean, we talked about it during Crosstalk. John brought it up. 25 points combined, tied for the lowest first quarter in NBA playoff history, okay? So I asked Chet Holmgren, I said, Chet, I mentioned is the lowest, tied for the lowest combined quarter in playoff history. What do you attribute the low scoring to? And he kind of like said, well, this is as close to a back-to-back as you're going to get in the playoffs. We played 35 hours ago.
They played on Friday night, and then they had to play
late
Sunday,
into the night, right? Like the
Sunday
last
early.
game.
Yeah.
Like that game ended past 11 o'clock Mountain Time, and then we had a 1:30 tip the next. So less than 35 hours later, and right, to your point, also overtime, too. They played 53 minutes. So
is he saying everybody was tired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that's the big criticism of Jokic is people look at him and, for as many people that
and elevation, by the way, for OKC, that's also, they're young, but you got to play in elevation 34 and a half hours later.
But I think for everybody that looks at Jokic and people look at Luka and they go, oh, look, he's out of shape. Oh, look, he's holding on to his knees. I mean, Jokic is not exactly some physical specimen other than like the height and the great shot and the passing ability, but he doesn't look like LeBron looks. He doesn't look like Anthony Davis looks. And people are like saying, well, he just looks like a guy who's been worn down, wiped out, exhausted. When you're missing free throws, when you're as efficient as he is at the free throw line, I think people are trying to look for a reason as to why Jokic isn't playing better. You have a great point about the nail. Did you know about that, DeAndre?
I do know about the nail.
You don't know about no nails.
I do know all
no,
about the nail.
hell
yeah.
to the no.
That's technically where you're supposed to shoot your free throws at. You put your dominant hand, that toe is supposed to be pointed on there.
Correct.
Well, don't they say, like, when you start missing free throws, that's, like, a sign of being tired? And they also went 7 games with the Clippers,
But,
and then...
no, I'm not saying they're not tired.
I think he specifically does look like he's run down, like worn down.
I mean, they asked a lot out of him too. I mean, he has a rebound, and they said he's the best passer on it, the best.
He's the hub.
He's everything.
Now, here's what I would say, Lindsay. I don't even think that that's just a this year thing. It's also a cumulative thing where they went to the finals 2 years ago. They went to the Western Conference Finals last year, and now here they are in the second round of the playoffs. And by the way, every year after the finals team, they've gotten less deep and less deep and less deep.
Yeah, they only play 6 guys. And then you got, like, Alex Caruso coming off the bench, getting in his face like a madman.
Right.
It's hard.
So I like the waving of the arms.
Well, he was really getting all up in there.
So
he was going nuts.
I think that is part of it. But they are getting more free throws. They're getting to the line more than OKC is. So, like, they are getting opportunities to win these games. And here's what I think what I've learned from OKC, Cappy, is obviously with their youth, the biggest question I think that they had was their inexperience in the clutch, right? In the crunch time moments, right?
Because of the number of games that they play.
They only played
season.
24 games in clutch time, which is 5 points or less, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, or obviously overtime is only 5 minutes, but you get the point. But anyway, so they played the least amount of games by a good margin because they blew everybody's doors off most of the season. Highest scoring differential in the history of the sport. So if you noticed, first game, close game, they lose, right?
Second game blowout.
A championship level team beat them because they've been there. They know what it's like to operate in those situations. By the way, especially Murray and Jokic, I still think the best two-man game, I don't know what you would think, DeAndre, in the sport currently.
Yeah, for sure. Currently right now, yeah.
Yeah. So they blow their doors off in games two. Game 3, we go to Denver. It goes to overtime, and Denver is able to pull it out in that overtime stretch. Okay, I thought that we already talked about game 1, the mistakes I thought OKC made. I also thought in game 3 they made a mistake. He benched Chet Holmgren to start the quarter for Alex Caruso, the overtime quarter, and that let Jokic be able to kind of, instead of having 2 bigs to deal with potentially, it put Caruso in there, and it allowed him to see over on the switches. It allowed him to see over everyone but Hartenstein, but Hartenstein wasn't guarding him as much in that overtime because of that. But if you have Chet in the lineup, there's 2 bigs, it makes it a little harder to make those passes sometimes. So I thought they made a mistake there, a little, just, maybe just a little, I don't know. I don't know the phrasing I'd like to use, but I just feel like it was a mistake. And then here they are, game 4. They kind of learned from their mistakes in the close games previously. Although they did have some kind of, like Alex Caruso made a really stupid, I thought, just not a smart play by fouling them with a couple of seconds to go. And then all of a sudden it became a one-score game. Granted, it was only 1.6 seconds left. You're like, bro, what are you doing? Why even put this thing in doubt? So they've learned some as time goes on. Like, I was having this explanation to somebody who doesn't watch them as frequently but really likes basketball and knows the NBA fairly well. I said,
you call him a ball knower?
Yeah, he's a ball knower.
Okay, trying to make sure.
He's a ball knower. He just doesn't watch OKC regularly. But I said to him, it's fascinating watching them grow in real time. By the way, that's not just the players; it's the coaching staff too, because this is only their second time in this round as a collective group. So, and they're playing a team that's won a championship before. So, if you get past these guys. Think about it. They will have beaten Memphis in the first round, whatever. They were hurt, whatever. But if you beat this Denver team, like, that's a real accomplishment.
Which, by the way, again, it's 2-2, and now it's a best 2 out of 3. I'm not just, like, resigned to Oklahoma City is about to win this thing.
I think they are.
I know you do. But you've been
but
hyping
as long
Oklahoma
as they
City
keep
all
it
year
close,
long.
Denver keeps it close. Like, they got that clutch time advantage.
Right, but now OKC's won a close game. So what I'm saying is, like, they've learned a little bit there. They've won one of those close games now, and now they're going back home. I could see the next game being a blowout again, and then Game 6 at that point. Denver's going to make their last stand. There's no question about that. That'll be another close game if I had to guess.
So I'm still taking Denver. I'm giving up on Golden State, unfortunately. I'm not
giving up on them yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of giving up on them. Now, listen, they could change my mind tonight. If Golden State were to pull off an improbable upset tonight, then they'll obviously change my mind. I'm holding on hope to the Knicks tonight, but right now this isn't looking so good.
Yeah,
Boston's
they're down
taking
by
an
11.
lead.
Yeah, in the middle of the second. So, but anyway, Cappy, I saw that there's some leaks on the NFL schedule.
Yeah, no surprise.
The first game, did I see this correctly? The Chargers are in the first game?
Well, the very first game of the season this is according to Mike Tirico this morning on the Today Show.
Oh, okay.
So, the
NBC game.
Right, so my mother calls me today. And
did you know?
She goes like this. She goes, they say that the Eagles are going to play the Cowboys in the first NFL game. Now, when my mother says they say, that means she got it from the Today Show.
Right.
So I'm like, Ma, were you watching the Today Show today, Ma? And she's like, yeah. And that guy, Mike Tirico, do you know who he is? Are you familiar? Do you know him? I'm like, yeah, Ma, I know Mike Tirico. He's
Italian.
Yeah, I know Mike Tirico, Ma, I know him. And
That's what he says.
She goes, yeah. She goes, he said, and I think he knows that Philadelphia and Dallas are going to play the opener of the season. So they say.
Right.
The Today Show says.
Right. So Cowboys, Eagles, Thursday night.
Okay.
But I saw the
September
Chargers
2nd.
week 1. They're playing that Brazil game.
Yeah, against Kansas
Chiefs.
City.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
So dumb.
Why are they doing that?
You're saying the Brazil game again?
Yeah, why
they
would
did
they
it to
do
Philly
week
last
one?
year.
Yeah, Philly, Green Bay last year.
Week 1 in Brazil. Like, I don't get it.
Well, I don't really understand what's going on in Brazil. I've never been. I'd like to go. I see things in Brazil that I'd like to go observe in person, on my own.
Like what?
Like, what's the name of that thing that
Carnival.
they have? Carnival.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Carnival. And the way people dress for Carnival. It's very attractive.
I'm sure.
So I'd like to go to Brazil, but is there like a big yearning for NFL football in Brazil?
I don't know.
And by the way, are there a lot of Charger fans in Brazil? I mean, Chiefs fans. I mean, Chiefs, they're like 3-time world champions here in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Do I have that right?
I would want a camera on Harbaugh in Brazil the whole time.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I would
Kick
probably,
him in the shins.
Yeah.
So Chargers Chiefs week 1. Then they've put out all the international games.
I've seen some of these. Right. Yeah. What do we got? What else?
So the
Captain?
Jets versus Denver in London.
Right.
That's
I saw
week 6.
Dolphins Commanders in Madrid. Did I
Week
see that right?
11.
Yeah.
Yep, week 11.
Yeah.
Week 10, previous to that, Indianapolis against Atlanta in Berlin. And the full schedule comes out this Wednesday.
Right. Well, they'll have more stuff tomorrow. There'll be other. So I think the rest of the NBC schedule will be out tomorrow, I believe. Then on Wednesday, the ESPN and Fox big games will be out.
Okay.
Definitely the ESPN ones. The Monday Night Football games, I believe. And then after that, I think
The
Fox.
teams are doing them, yeah. in
Yeah,
the
Fox,
afternoon.
Netflix, and then the teams.
Yeah,
Right.
so May 14th.
They'll be like they're spreading it out the whole week.
So May 14th. What's today? Today is the 12th.
Yes.
I mean, I think that what I had read was that on Wednesday the full schedule.
Yeah, the
gets
teams will
released.
do the whole the Twitter thing where everyone does the funny,
Yeah.
things go viral. Like, oh, this is how they release their schedule. There's always some good ones.
The
in there.
Black Friday game is Eagles at Bears on Amazon Prime. too.
Okay. All right. We'll take that one.
Yeah.
Eagles Bears on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who goes out shopping in a mall on Black Friday, what do you think?
The Christmas games are out too.
Oh, yeah? What do you got?
Schefter tweeted them. Chiefs somebody. Hold on, stand by.
Chiefs versus somebody's a good game.
Yeah.
Shefty. Come on, Shefty.
Stand by.
I mean, Shefty was putting out tweets last week about the Pope. We have a Pope.
I did see
he
that.
did. Shefty's all over it, man.
Yeah. I think Shefty wants to follow Stephen A. into like other stuff. I think Shefty's going to be on Law and Order.
He was tweeting about the draft lottery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said that it's worth X amount of dollars
To who?
to get that number one pick
Oh, yeah?
to the team. So the Christmas Day games are 1 o'clock Eastern. Bears at Eagles, and
Yeah.
then Commanders at Packers, and then the night game is still TBD.
No, it was Chiefs somebody. He tweeted it out.
Shefty did.
Yes.
Okay. We're looking for Shefty's tweets.
I saw it earlier.
Oh, yeah, it's Chiefs Broncos.
There it
oh,
is.
hey, good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, huh?
Yeah.
Christmas night.
Yeah. So, yeah, good stuff.
Hey, so the one story, though, that did come out of the NFL this past weekend, forget about all the rookie mini camps.
Forget
or whatever,
about it.
Forget about Shador Sanders and all
Yeah.
the videos that everybody saw. But did you see who retired this past weekend?
Oh, your boy Derek Carr.
Derek Carr
Yeah.
retired from the New Orleans Saints. And, I love Derek Carr. I really do. I feel like Derek Carr was one of those lovable loser guys. Like, put it this way. Derek Carr had an incredible career. Like, a great career.
Way better than a second-round pick to be a 4-time or whatever it was Pro Bowl player. Like, he's had a great career.
When you're a starter in the NFL for 11 or 12 years, whatever
absolutely.
it is, listen.
For all the jokes we've had at his
Right.
expense, like he had a great career.
He's not going to Canton, Ohio.
Right.
He didn't win a Super Bowl. He never won a playoff game. He was never really in the playoffs. He led a team to the playoffs, but he got hurt. Like Derek Carr, and listen, Raider fans, Raider Cap, new to the bandwagon, go ahead and fill me in on anything I've screwed up here. But I'll say this about Derek Carr. That guy never got a real chance. And what I mean by that is this. His first coach in the NFL, a guy named Dennis Allen. You guys remember him?
Yeah.
They fired him. They hired Tony Sparano.
Yeah.
They fired him. I want to say they hired Jack Del Rio.
May he rest in peace, Tony Soprano.
That's right. R.I.P. They fired Jack Del Rio. They brought in Gruden. Gruden got into trouble. They brought in Rich Bisaccia.
Wait, you didn't do the Gruden impression, though, in there.
I'll tell you what, man. I like this Derek Carr kid. I'll tell you what. He's a pretty good kid. But the thing is that every year it seemed like they were changing head coaches. And if you go back, and I've just gone through off the top of my head, Dennis Allen, Tony Sparano, Jack Del Rio, Gruden, Bisaccia, Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm getting
He
this
had
all right.
so many guys, yeah.
But
That's
here's
not even including the OCs.
Well, that's my point.
Right.
Is that the number of years that they would change head coaches.
Yeah.
And then I want to say his first 3 years in the NFL, maybe his first 4, he had a different offensive coordinator every year. And then, to make matters worse for Derek Carr, he found himself as the leader of the Raider Nation as they made the move, which originally, for those of you guys that will remember this back in 2015-ish, remember when the Raiders and the Chargers were talking about building a stadium together in Carson? Well, when the Raiders didn't get L.A., they obviously took Vegas, and Carr was the face of the Raiders trying to get the Raider Nation to move from Oakland to Las Vegas.
Bright light city gonna set
So
my soul.
then there was Derek Carr in Las Vegas, and then they humiliated him. They really did. They humiliated him. So he went down to New Orleans, and this was not Sean Payton and Drew Brees' New Orleans Saints. They were terrible. And so the guy's had a great career, meaning he started for a long time. He made generational money, but the poor guy will go down in NFL history as an all-time, he's 22nd, I want to say, all-time on passing yards in front of guys like Joe Montana, Troy Aikman. But, the rules changed and offenses opened up. And
he never won bleep.
He never won a damn thing. But he never really got a great shot because every year the Raiders screwed with him.
Yeah, and he was one of those quarterbacks that, right, if you would have had, could Derek Carr have been like Joe Flacco on the Ravens that one year? Yeah. I think if you had all the right pieces around him, you could have won. But they never really had that, But to your point, it is interesting. Good for him, man. He had 11-year career, 4-time Pro Bowler. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
By the way, speaking of football,
yeah,
I forgot this.
Tell me.
It's the ACC, bro. I know.
I know you, bro.
Tomorrow is ACC spring meetings.
Oh.
And SportsCenter's going to be there because Belichick is supposed to talk.
Okay, Belichick. You see what happened with his girlfriend this weekend?
She lost Miss Maine.
Not only lost, she came in like 30th.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know, if
she got kind of like blacklisted because she's got that negative aura.
I don't know, but people are predicting, and it's an interesting prediction, that Belichick will not even make it to the sideline week 1 for the University of North Carolina. That this has been such a tumultuous offseason. And listen, if he didn't have the girlfriend, he could probably have walked in, just coached ball, and that would have been the end of it. But all the tabloid stuff that he brought to a proud academic institution, a mess, a big mess. And by the way, I was just reading an article today about why younger women now seem to be gravitating towards much older men. Not a little bit older, much older. They find that they're more financially supportive, emotionally supportive, mature, better in bed.
I don't think there's anything new, though. Is that
I
new?
threw that in there. I threw that in there because I'm one of these older guys now. You know what I'm saying? We're better in bed.
Well, but I was just going to say, aren't you already... you don't need any of this.
No, I don't need it. I'm hitched.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm
gonna
hitched
say.
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this Belichick thing, I'm curious. So you say ESPN will be broadcasting there tomorrow?
Yeah.
I got to watch that.
Yeah. They'll be there tomorrow, 2 p.m. It's the ACC meetings. The spring meetings is for everybody. It's for the big revenue sports. So basketball and football. So you'll have basketball and football coaches there talking.
God, I hope she's standing right
and
next
it's
to
at
him.
Amelia Island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's just like a nice location.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, no different like the owners' meetings in the NFL. They do it in like Boca or whatever. So Belichick's going to talk tomorrow.
I hope she's standing right next to him. And when people ask him questions like, so, hey, coach, who do you think is going to be the starting quarterback this year? And the girlfriend jumps in. She goes, no, we're not here to talk about that. No, we're here to talk about the book. We're not here to discuss who's going to be the starting quarterback, who's going to replace the running back that was drafted by the Chargers. We're not here to discuss any of that. We're here to discuss the book. I hope she's in control of the media.
Yeah. Linz, I saw you sent these odds about Austin Reaves being traded. I don't know if he'll get traded to any of these teams that I'm seeing here.
Just the Vegas odds.
Yeah. I don't know if I buy any of that.
You see Plaschke's column today?
No, I didn't.
Plaschke wrote a column today in the LA Times that was like, I'm sorry I have to say this, but it's time to trade Austin Reaves.
Well, I've been saying this for forever, though. Like,
It's the only
he's
thing
like
they
your
have
one
to trade,
He's like
right?
your one piece, other than that first-round pick, that you can get something back for. I heard John and Mace talking about this before I came in. They were doing like these fake trades. I don't know where they got them from. It was like Rui Hachimura for like, God, who was it? Oh, because they were saying Daniel Gafford was available. That's what it was. Tim McMahon is saying Daniel Gafford would be available. And they were like, somebody had floated Rui Hachimura for Daniel Gafford, someone in the media. And they were like, oh, I don't know if we want to give up Rui for Daniel Gafford. And they were like discussing it. I'm like, this is where the Lakers are right now. That they can't. And then John brought up Brooke Lopez. And I'm like, Brooke Lopez is like, I love Brooke.
So do I, but he's got to be pushing 40.
Dude, he's almost 40 years old.
Right. Seriously.
Like, no way. Like, Brooke, he barely played Doc benched his ass in the playoffs against the Pacers because he's got not much left, let's just say.
He can't slide his feet. He can't move in the perimeter.
No.
His feet are.
And he's not a vertical spacer either. He stretches the floor.
His feet. No feet.
Yeah.
No feet. I'm with you.
Yeah. It was just, but it's like, man, it is slim pickings for the Lakers. Unless there's a deal we're just not seeing. But again, you have to include Austin if you want like a good player, like a pivot player.
But that's what Plaschke said today. He goes, we love Austin Reaves. He goes, and unless this guy can grow like 7-8 inches, forget it. And he's just too short. In other words, you got to have a big man, and he's your one asset. So I kind of ran into that column today. I wasn't expecting that here. About
he's
2
not
weeks
wrong.
after
They should have done. He's your one asset.
Well, if
that has any real value.
If they're going to try and make one last run with LeBron.
Yeah.
And even if they weren't, even if LeBron weren't a part
but
of all
even
this,
for Luka, it's what you need is a vertical spacer.
That's my point.
More so than you need Austin.
Yeah, you got to have somebody. Because now the Lakers, and I know we're kind of now 2 weeks away from what had happened, but the bottom line is this is now Luka's team going forward. And I say Luka's
LeBron
team,
has said as much.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is that the future is Luka. We all get it.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that you have to do to make him the best he can be, you do it.
Right.
And if that means trading Austin Reaves, hey, it's tough business, man.
It's reality.
What can I tell you?
I don't blame Rob, by the way, for saying that it's not, that it's those three guys, right? Like, and, Dave reported that too. But you almost have to say that, right? Like, you can't just tell people, hey, we're open for business for Austin Reaves. You know what I mean? Like that. You can't put like a for sale sign in front of the facility in El Segundo and say, Austin Reaves for sale. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Rob calls down to Nico Harrison, which, by the way, I would love to get like live Dallas reaction right now after they won this lottery.
Oh, dude, we should
have called.
They're not on the air at this. Maybe they are.
But you know who we should have called? We should have called Tim McMahon.
Oh yeah,
He's at the game.
Yeah.
No, should have called him. I like that guy. I've grown to like him.
Yeah.
Andy
Kamenetsky. John loves him a name. Yeah, he does.
John loves who a name?
He's talking about the Brooke Lopez thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Like Brooke Lopez was a good name like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, even like 3 years ago.
Hell, I can remember that guy playing in the high school All-American game and walking into a radio studio that I had with his twin brother. These dudes are still playing. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm telling you that has to be 2004-ish, 2005-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood where he's like a senior in high school. That's how long ago that's going back.
I saw names like Steven Adams floating around.
I like Steven Adams.
Who Lakers could acquire.
I like him. He's tough.
He's gonna command a good amount of money though.
I like him.
What about Clint Capella? Clint Capella, a lob threat.
Yeah, but he also doesn't have a lot left in the tank, in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, could you squeeze? Like, if Clint Capella's like your second big, I'm okay with that. I don't know if he could be your primary guy anymore.
You need a star, man. And I don't mean like a star as
but
in
Clint
like
he can be a real vertical threat for Luka Doncic. As far as
no,
offensive
for sure.
game, come off the pick and roll.
And he
going up to
rebounds
him,
well.
He
Yeah,
rebounds
That's what I was saying. About
But
the
I'm
pick
saying,
and roll, yeah.
but I just, if you watch him play the last, remember the kid, Onyeka Okongwu from USC, he passed him on the depth chart.
Yeah, he started over him this rest of the season.
So, Onyeka Okongwu from
Oh,
USC?
yeah. Oh, big time. I love the way you said it. Onyeka Kovo? How do you say it?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Onyeka Okoye? Okonwu?
Yes.
You know who's pitching tonight for the Angels?
Who?
Kikuchi.
My guy, you say.
Yeah, you say Kikuchi.
I love you say Kikuchi.
I like all these names that are hard to say. That's why I only
say Kikuchi.
I only say two.
It's not that hard. I feel like actually Japanese names are very phonetic.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger, that's right.
It's a tough one.
That's right.
A tough one. I'm a leaving.
Also a tough one. All right, you ready to get to some big deal or no deal?
Yeah, well, let's do that. Big deal or no deal, and I'm going to order some food to pick up somewhere.
Oh, you are? Okay,
yeah, I'm
nice.
hungry, man.
Hey, while you're doing that, I want to invite everybody to come check out the Park West Bicycle Casino. You guys know the bike. It's one of the most famous, most iconic brands in all of L.A. Just minutes from downtown L.A. The bike is back and better than ever. I have met with their new ownership. I have met with their new management. They've got these incredible fresh renovations, upgraded amenities. It is a whole new way to experience L.A.'s premier card room. You can play all your favorite games, poker, blackjack, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, Crazy 4 Poker, 3-card poker, even Baccarat. Plus, ESPN is going to be hosting a blackjack tournament at the bike. I can't wait for that. Stay tuned for details. We'll get you all the information. You won't want to miss it. And for ESPN listeners, brand new players who sign up for the Players Reward Program get $30 in match play. Just say, Cappy sent me to get my $30 in match play. Now, what do you think? You think you're going to walk right in and just go, hey, Cappy told me to get my $30. When you walk in, and you find the people that you're supposed to talk to, it won't be hard. They're literally going to hand you these 3 $10 cards, and I'm going to be pointing right at you because I've seen them. Somebody went there, and they sent me a picture of the whole thing. It's awesome. Park West Bicycle Casino. You walk in, you say, Cappy sent me to get my $30 in match play. Park West Bicycle Casino, where the stakes are high and the rewards are massive. Come see what everybody's talking about at the Park West Bicycle Casino.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I showed up at the hospital and was told I couldn't see my children. Then I showed up in court and was told they may not be mine. Then I was accused of anything and everything. Sexual assault, domestic violence, substance abuse. You name it, I heard it. I was forced to go long periods of time without seeing my children. That experience of being wrongfully treated ignited something in me. I can look at a father and honestly tell him, I know how he is feeling. I've been there. At Real Father's Rights, we care about your family, your livelihood, and your future.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Nah. What's wrong with you people?
The three of us are looking at you, my man.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Hey,
yeah. I don't think this is an
Don't
us
get mad
thing.
at me because you didn't think of it.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Oh, Madonna. Isn't there like a Madonna documentary series coming out or something? I thought I read that somewhere today.
What movie is this from? Who knows? Who knows what movie this is from?
Vision Quest.
Yes!
Yeah.
You don't know
Never
nothing
heard
about
of
no
it.
Vision
I've never
Quest?
heard of
Oh,
it. No.
Vision Quest is amazing. Matthew Modine is a high school wrestler. Matthew Modine. He's the actor. He's a high school wrestler, and his Vision Quest is to win the state championship. But for him to win the state championship, he's got to go through the biggest, baddest, meanest, strongest, toughest wrestler that the state has ever seen. His name was Shoot. And he had to get past Shoot. And there's this one scene in the movie where Modine is wrestling Shoot and blood is dripping down his nose. And he comes over to the side of the wrestling mat. I get chills thinking about it. And the coach says to him, he goes, "Son, have you done what you came here to do?" And Matthew Modine says, "No, coach." He goes, "Well, then get back out there and do it." Oh, my God. George, look at my arms, man. I'm like, I have goosebumps everywhere. So inspired by that
Sounds
film.
very inspirational.
Oh, it was
You'll have to
unbelievable.
Check it out.
It was unbelievable. An incredible film. Tonight, instead of watching a documentary, check it out.
No, I got a list.
Vision Quest.
I got a schedule I got to keep, you know.
Who's with me on Vision Quest?
By the way, have you guys seen that show on Apple Plus, the Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm?
No.
No,
It's
but
so
I hear it's good.
It's so good. I love it. It's my new favorite show.
I haven't seen it yet.
All right, let's do big deal or no deal.
All right, so you guys were just talking about Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, Gate, is what I like to call it. And so Pablo Torre last week had a series of reports about this whole situation, and he is doubling down on that because he says he has 10 sources that have given him all of this information, and he's a great, as George mentioned last week, investigative reporter, so I'm totally buying what he's saying. But what I want to ask you guys about is Pablo said that there is a date of June 1st in Bill Belichick's UNC contract that says the buyout of Bill Belichick goes from $10 million to $1 million.
Yes, that was already reported previously.
So I want to ask you guys, do you think that this is a big deal or no deal? And what is the likeliness that he's not going to end up as their coach?
I've always said there is a real possibility. Now, I thought that was more about like an NFL job opening up potentially. But, I mean, I would say it's a non-zero chance.
Well, that's why there was the $10 million buyout, right? I mean, if
until June 1st.
Right. The $10 million buyout was to make sure that no NFL team would come and poach him once he made the commitment to UNC.
Right.
So once the number goes...
Because June 1st, everybody's got their coach.
Right. Once the number goes from $10 million down to $1 million, theoretically, if there were an NFL job available, $1 million, Belichick will write the check. I mean, Jordan will write the check for him. On the other hand,
he's got all his money.
There's no job for him, you know? So unless he decides, hey, I don't want to do this job, and he decides to buy himself out, it's not like he's leaving to go take another job somewhere.
Right.
Belichick needs this job because if he doesn't coach North Carolina, who's going to hire his son? His son is his defensive coordinator. So
do you think that this like weird chapter in his life like matters at all as far as like when people look back on him?
I think in retrospect, we're all going to be like, wow, that was a really weird time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like weird.
What happened to
peace.
him?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I saw on Dan Patrick today that they were discussing the least watchable teams heading into the next NFL season. They mentioned the Browns, which I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching them to see what happens with Shedeur.
I would agree with that.
The Jets, the Cardinals, and the Patriots.
The Jets for sure.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys, what if you had to name one?
I don't know about the Cardinals. I actually think the Cardinals are not unwatchable.
I actually think that the Patriots
and the Patriots too,
which
for that matter.
You know, I'm not a Patriots fan
Who's your
anymore.
one team is like the least
Oh,
watchable?
the Jets. It's not even close. I mean, you could. I mean, the only reason I watch the Jets is to laugh at them this year.
And they don't even have Aaron Rodgers anymore.
No, but
I would say the Giants are fairly unwatchable too.
Yeah.
But I like Aaron Glenn, and I'm actually kind of rooting for Aaron Glenn.
Who's Aaron Glenn?
Well, he's the
head coach.
There's their
I
coach.
don't know that. I don't know.
Aaron Glenn, didn't he was a defensive coordinator
for the Lions.
Right,
Yeah.
and he was a really good player back in his day. He was the defensive back, and
Do you know what he is? Do you remember the fake spike play?
Yeah, Marino.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's the cornerback
he
that got fooled on that play.
As far as most unwatchable teams, I mean, there's one that stands out to me right away. I'm sure you guys can all figure that one out.
Me and DeAndre are going back and forth.
But the thing is that I'll watch the Chargers every
Okay.
week. I mean, I'll watch them for
New
hate
Orleans
watching.
is pretty unwatchable to me too.
I think Harbaugh makes them
No
watchable.
question.
And
No
you're
question.
right about the Saints. I feel like first of all, I don't know. I'm kind of curious who's going to be their starting quarterback now.
Yeah, but I think New Orleans is unwatchable. The Jets are unwatchable.
The Panthers.
Yeah, Carolina is in that.
Well, but I feel like Bryce did a nice job at the end of the year.
He
Like
recovered.
I'm genuinely curious to see if he can take that next step. And look, Bryce, a local kid from here,
local guy.
Dave Canales, local guy,
Local. He's a
Carson,
local.
But was he born here?
Local guy.
yes,
Okay.
Carson. So I'm in on that. But yeah, to me, New Orleans for sure, the Jets for sure.
Why don't you flip it, though? Flip it around. You ready? If those are the most unwatchable teams.
And the Giants, yeah.
Okay. If those are the most unwatchable
Who's
teams.
the most watchable?
I'm going to give you my number one most watchable team in the NFL.
Who's
you ready?
that?
Washington.
Because you want to see if Daniels has a good sophomore
I
year.
thought that the way he took over the league last year as a rookie quarterback, I want to see if he's still got
Yeah.
if he can take the next step.
Right.
I'll
It's
be
usually
watching Washington.
sophomore slump is a real thing.
I'll be watching Washington.
It's very rare that you it's funny I mentioned the fake spike. Marino's one of the few guys that didn't have a sophomore slump after having that crazy first year.
Okay.
There's not a lot of those guys.
Who's the most watchable though? Baltimore. I always put Baltimore in that category.
Yeah, Lamar's always fun to watch.
Yep.
I mean, I still think it's the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Wait, why do you think it's the Chiefs?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Mahomes is the best.
wanted to play that.
Mahomes.
But I'm going to be watching my Raiders now. Raider Cap in the house.
Oh my God!
I'm actually.
interested
you
in
know
the
what? They're
Raiders?
pretty unwatchable too.
No way, man. No way. The
Oh
Raiders
my
are
God!
awesome.
Now that I think about it, like
No,
who's their
Geno.
starting quarterback?
Oh, wait, they got Geno, and then they got
Geno.
They have like what was it, the Rookie of the Year last year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now they got that running back.
Brock Bowers really good.
And they got Ashton Genty,
He's
right?
really good.
Right.
Look, here's the
I
thing.
feel like the Raiders could be good.
I heard John and Mace say that the Raiders could win 9 games this year. Hold on, I got to see the schedule.
Well,
Real
their
quick.
not out
No
yet.
chance.
I
they win
said
9.
I
No, but I
think-
can see their
chance.
opponents.
I think they could.
No chance they win 9. No chance.
I mean, they're going to play.
They're going to play the AFC
We already
West.
know who's on the road and who's home.
Denver, Kansas City.
We
and
just
the
don't know the
Chargers.
dates.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we know the opponents and where they're playing.
I feel like the Raiders are going to surprise a lot of people.
No chance they win 9 games.
So here's who they're playing at
Under
let me
Pete
see,
Carroll. Don't
20,
be surprised
25.
how much a coach can change a team
9
and a
games,
culture.
though, 9.
I mean, listen.
So 2025, they're playing. Okay, so let's just say in the division they go 3-3, and that's being generous.
It is being generous.
Okay,
It's a
I don't
tough
think
division.
they go 3-3.
It's a very tough division.
Okay, I'm giving them that. At home they have the Jaguars.
Win.
Maybe.
Probably.
It's a winnable game.
Most
Let me
likely.
rephrase that.
Titans is a
winnable.
win. It should be a win.
Winnable.
No, it should be a win. Cowboys is not a
Winnable.
Giants.
Very
Oh, they
winnable.
do have the Browns.
Very
Yeah,
winnable.
definitely
So hold on a
5
second.
wins.
Hold on. So
They've already won 8.
There you go.
they're not going 3-3 in the division though.
Okay, let's say they go 2-4.
2-4.
Okay, so now they're at 7 wins.
You say the Jaguars a win. You
Yep.
say the Titans is a win.
Yep.
Giants a win. Browns a win. So that's 4 more.
Yep.
So that's now 6.
Okay.
On the road, they have the Colts
Could be a win.
Winnable.
Could be.
and the Patriots maybe. Because then everything else is Eagles, Commanders, Chiefs. Well, obviously the division games. Texans, they're not beating C.J. Stroud, bro.
I mean, on paper, I wouldn't think so, but it's not
That
out of the.
I
Crazier
mean, I
things
feel
have
like
happened.
I feel like 8 is like generous.
Okay, I wonder what their over and under number will
Let's
be.
see.
We'll play it.
I'll tell you right now. Raiders
I mean, this is a Raiders team that did beat the Chiefs a couple of years ago.
6.5.
Okay, I'll go more.
Yeah, I think it's more.
You always go more.
I know it's terrible.
I feel like they're going to be good.
Although I did have Jokic the other day for less than 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and that hit.
Do you want to take on PrizePicks? Can you do more or less on
Season?
college teams too?
Probably. They're probably not out yet. But
I can't obviously do it, but
Okay,
I would say Clemson under 9.5.
You pulled Clemson for us right now?
They're going to be one of the ranked top teams in the country.
But
like ACC, man.
I know, but I know ACC.
He knows
I know
you, bro.
I know you, bro.
Cappy, I hit on that.
I
Jokic
bet you
pick
Clemson will be
too.
a top 10 team to start the season.
Oh, you don't have to bet me. I don't really care.
But 9.5 wins says I'm giving you free money.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, you know what? Screw you.
No, wait, what do you mean screw me?
Screw you.
No, I want Clemson now.
Screw you.
Clemson
Scumbag.
More than 9.5.
No, I'll do that. Don't do that.
No, less.
Don't.
Less than 9.5. Oh, okay.
I think so.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right, we're done here.
That's going to do it.
We got dealer's choice, and we're way over the break. But you know what I'm excited to announce, Cappy? Right here, right now, a brand new partnership with perhaps the nicest dealership in all of America. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. We know Cadillac, but when's the last time you've driven one? You know what? When my parents when they felt like they made it, Cappy, when my dad got a Cadillac.
What kind of Cadillac did he
A
get?
DeVille.
Now, my grandfather, every 2 years, this was his measure of success.
Yeah.
My grandfather would get a brand new Eldorado.
Well, Eldorado's was the big boy one back then. Yeah. So DeVille, it was used, but my dad loved it. It drove like a dream. I remember, as a little kid, this is pre-seatbelts being a thing. I used to sleep in the back. It was literally it felt like a bed because it drove like a dream, and they still do, man. It is when you know you've made it, you get a Cadillac, man. It's that simple. There's no better car to do it with. And there's a new lineup of Cadillacs, EVs, sedans, SUVs, defining luxury at the top of its game. And you can find them all at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Let me tell you something. When they tell you it's the nicest dealership in America, I've been there, Cappy. I went there with Kate's the other day. I was like, holy moly, this place is beautiful.
I've been there.
It was unreal. So go in and say hello to this incredible team at Cadillac of Beverly Hills and check out their beautiful showroom, man. 8667 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And you can check them out online, CadillacBeverlyHills.com. So make sure you tell them Sedano and the whole crew here at 710 sent you. Again, 8667 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills at online, CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Seller's Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Seller's Advantage will show you a no obligation as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
It's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars RS and Find the Children.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installation with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
Final segment of the show. I want to thank Christopher for joining us earlier. Gregory Arthur Bergman, who stopped through. Hopefully he doesn't give Chris pink eye.
Yeah.
You know?
Half a pink eye.
Right. Great job by the boys in the back over there. The COT. DeAndre and Lindsay. Hell, even you, Cappy.
Not bad.
We're almost there, Jack.
Kind of said, the boys in the back. That was funny.
The boys in the back.
Speaking of kind of funny, whoever it was that put out a picture yesterday of Sedano interviewing SGA after the game was freaking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Phenomenal. This whole idea of, find a relationship where this person looks at you like that person. And George, he screenshotted you at the exact right time.
When I was smiling.
When
I
you
saw
got
it.
this big-ass smile on your face.
He had said something funny, probably, yeah.
And it was like, hey, everybody, look at the way George loves SGA. Find a relationship where your mate looks at you the way George looked at SGA. That was very cute, I thought. It was very funny.
By the way, when you're doing your one-on-one with Chet Holmgren, I was looking at the height difference.
Oh,
between
yeah.
Dog,
you two.
he's
Oh,
7'2".
my
Is that all? I actually thought he was taller than that.
Yeah.
7'2", huh?
Yeah.
Wow. He's just a monster, dude. And he moves too, man. Like back in the old days when you would have somebody that tall, like especially that skinny, they just couldn't move. He's got like an athlete's movement.
So, when he was coming up in like the under 19 stuff, like the high school stuff, him and Wemby used to compete against each other internationally all the time in like high school and college. So like him and Wemby, there's like a real rivalry there. Like if you Google it, you can see like those two guys do not like each other.
And so if Holmgren is 7'2", is Wemby what, 7'4"?
7'5", I
Oh,
think.
is he that tall, really?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's time for the Real Deal Dealer's Choice. You ready to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You give me a minute to do this? The Dealer's Choice is brought to you by Seller's Advantage. If you want to sell your house, before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They're going to buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer, no repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Visit sellersadvantage.com, and now they're even offering $20,000 to help you with your moving costs. So consider that. George, this is going to be a very personal Dealer's Choice.
Okay.
It goes like this, starting it off with this. To all the moms out there.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Hope you guys had a great Mother's Day yesterday. I hope you got around your family, extended family, whoever's close by, and I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. I got to talk to my mom who's down in Florida. I didn't get to see her. Florida. My mom's down in Florida. My mother Sheila.
Sheila, yeah.
I had to send her a whole bunch of love yesterday on Mother's Day. But in addition to Mother's Day, to all the moms out there, yesterday, May 11th, was also my father's birthday.
Oh, wow, Charlie.
And my son's birthday.
Oh, Justin.
My son.
Despite the burner, happy birthday.
Yes, 25 years old. My son's 25.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand.
Quarter of a century.
I don't get it, dude.
Yeah.
25 years old.
For such a handsome young devil like you, what did you have him at, like 15?
I'm telling you, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. How could a good-looking guy like me, a studly guy like me, be this youthful
That
looking?
F45's working.
How could it possibly be that I have a 25-year-old son?
Yeah.
So this weekend, I ran into a couple.
And he was the first.
He was my first. I
Yeah.
ran into a couple this weekend that I know, and I saw their daughter. She's
Right.
24. She's adorable.
Right.
And I said to her, I go, hey, you got a boyfriend? And she goes,
why'd you do
no,
this?
I don't. And I'm like, oh, would you like to meet a nice guy?
No, don't
You're
do
playing
it.
Yenta.
Can I not hook up my own son?
No,
I don't think it's a good idea.
That's
Really?
terrible.
Is that
I don't think
bad
it's a good
thing?
idea.
Don't. Nobody wants to be hooked up by their parents.
But she's so cute, this girl.
Yeah, don't.
And I mentioned.
So
it to
what
my-
did he say?
I said to him, I go, hey, I saw these folks yesterday, and I saw their daughter, and I go, I kind of asked if she had a boyfriend. She doesn't. He goes, oh, dude, I remember her from high school. She's hot. I'm like, yes, she's hot, bro.
Yeah.
So instead of like trying to call the dad and go, hey, how about if we arrange this like we're in Game of Thrones or something like that, you know? I decided we're gonna go
House Kaplan?
Yeah. Like, I kind of figured I was like, I know where she'll be on this date. I'm gonna be like, we'll all go. We'll try and make an
Just look her up on
introduction.
Instagram. That's all these kids do.
Well, he
these
asked
days,
me, he
you
goes,
know?
should I stalk her on Instagram? I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, so.
Oh, well, if he was
work,
okay
man.
with it, if he was not okay with it, that's where I would have an issue. Don't be that guy.
Let him put in the work, man.
Yeah. Put in the work.
You got to put in the work?
Let him put in the work.
Oh, let him put in the work. Right. Don't make it easy
All
for
right,
him.
we're done here. Great job, everybody.
Good idea.
Lindsay, DeAndre.